What's up, y'all? Welcome to another episode of The Panel, brought to you by none other than the great guys over at PrizePicks, where you can run your game, control your game, and ultimately win the game. What's up, fellas? How we feeling today?
Running good, Joe. Running good.
Amazing.
Mars, you brought it to my attention yesterday, and this show is heavily predicated on you asking a very important question in our Telegram group chat. And by the way, if you're not following us on Telegram, this is the group chat link that's pinned right at the top of the chat, right there in front of you. And like the video while you're doing that too. Then download PrizePicks. But you brought a very valid question that got my wheels turning, and now we all need to talk about this. Us four, what's up, Penn? And
What's
the
good?
chat included.
Pembroke, what up, brother?
What's good? So if the show doesn't go well, we know who to point the finger at, right?
Ta-da.
Yep.
I don't even know what question he's saying I asked.
Read the title, Mars.
Did I ask that?
It was more a statement.
Mm-hmm.
What'd he
You
say?
said he said Father Time has finally, in the scary movies where Jason
I ain't say finally. I said Father Time has won. That's what I said.
He said Father
okay.
Time has hawked LeBron down. He's caught up to him. He's put him in a chokehold. He's choking him out. Is it time for Bron to tap out? Is the match over? Is it a wrap?
Nah.
I hope so.
No.
But no, realistically, no. Players go through slumps. Players go through bad stretches. In about a week, he's gonna go through a stretch where he's looking like a top 5 player in the NBA. And every LeBron fan is going to start running victory laps. And, I told you, LeBron is still top 10. He's still that. In reality, he's just inconsistent. In reality, he can't play all 82 games. In reality, he gets tired quicker than he used to. So, do I still think he's a really good player? Yes. But do I expect more of these really bad games? Yes. So, if we're being realistic, I don't think Father Time has won, in so much as Father Time will continue to be undefeated. But I think LeBron has done a good job of holding it off as anyone possible. But at some point, age is just going to catch up to you. And I think it's catching up to him. But I think it's caught up to him. I think he just plays like the best 39-year-old we've ever seen.
So Mars, we are in game 20 yesterday and finishing game 20. 9 of the 20 games that we've played this year, he's had under 20. He's shooting, I think, some of his worst field goal percentage of his career at this point. I don't think Father Time has caught up to the point where it's time to quit, even though I said to you before the season started that I wouldn't be surprised after this season if he gave it up, because a lot of these guys, if they can't play at a certain level, they'll just quit. Not because I can't play anymore, but because I can't play at this level. There's a guy who I know I can kick his ass, but I can't play at this level anymore, so I'll just give it up. But we got to stop expecting him to be LeBron. That's the problem, because we're so used to seeing LeBron that now he's at an age where he doesn't run as fast as he used to. He doesn't jump as high as he used to. He can't do the things on a consistent basis that he used to do. He can't do them like he used to. Does that mean that he should quit? No, but we just can't expect him, just like I didn't expect Jabbar in 1987 to be Jabbar in 1983 or 84. Just like I didn't expect Jordan in 1997 or 98 to be Jordan in 1992. We have to expect these guys, because they get older, we have to expect them to get older and do what older players do.
But he's washed. So I think we should talk about that.
Here's the thing, though, Mars. I mean, when can you define what washed means to me? Can you define what washed means to you, Mars? What does washed mean?
Substantially worse than you were at your best. Substantially worse than you were in your prime. Like, I don't think in order to be washed, you have to be as bad as Killian Hayes was. Because if that's the case, then I don't think guys like LeBron or Steph or KD will ever get washed. But when you're substantially worse than you were when you were in your prime, I think that becomes washed. So I think washed is a different definition based on the player we're talking about. PJ Tucker now is washed, but so is LeBron. But LeBron is 600 times better than PJ Tucker. Does that make sense?
How we know PJ Tucker washed?
No, he over. Stop.
Have you seen him when he been on the court for those 6 minutes?
Jordan, don't do that. He's over.
That man.
Saying he ain't played enough He ain't played enough.
That's why, because he's washed.
He don't play because he washed.
That's why he doesn't play, Jordan, because he's washed.
We don't know though. We don't know if he washed.
See,
what if he get out there?
Now we don't know if PJ Tucker washed.
Jordan,
what if
there's
he
a
go
reason.
out there and go 3 for 3 from the corner like he used to back in Houston?
Well,
He's not going to be providing high level, valuable defense in terms of switchability and being able to pick up best players full court. So he washed.
And not only that, to your point, Mars, when has he done that?
Who?
PJ. When's the last time PJ has done that?
Oh, damn.
And they don't play PJ. No, he played the playoffs 2 years ago. He played in the playoffs 2 years ago.
And how productive was he?
He got in the game and got cooked by Kyrie. Like, he wasn't doing that.
Everybody get cooked by Kyrie.
Yeah, but don't like he was doing that in the playoffs. He wasn't doing that in the playoffs.
Hold on, Mars. He watched it because
that is a bad judgment if you're washed or not. Whether you get cooked by Kyrie, like that's
I'm
a
not
bad
saying he's
bar.
washed because of that. I'm saying bringing up that he was in the game in the playoffs doesn't mean he was playing great or playing good defense or wasn't washed. He was in the game because, respectfully, the Clippers had no answers and was like, oh, let's go to this washed old man. See if he has the answers. He ain't have the answers. The last time PJ Tucker had answers was like 3-4 years ago.
When he was in the NBA championship. Yes, that was the last time. But back to what you were saying, Mars. Back to what you were saying when you talk about wash. Substantially worse. Mars, if I just, because you're a numbers guy, you always let's go to the numbers. Mars, if we got a guy in the NBA, and I want you to take the name off the table for a second. We got a guy in the NBA, player A. He's 22-8-9. He's on a team that's a playoff team. How good is this guy? How are we talking about him?
On the surface, that's a good player. I mean,
sounds like an all-star.
All-star.
Yeah, but then
all NBA.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. All-star, but like I said, watch this compared to yourself. If now he's playing like an all-star, but what he was is maybe the best player to ever exist. That's a drastic fall off, substantial 100%. Fall off. He's gone from best player ever to best player in the NBA to all NBA to all-star. Like, that's a substantial drop off.
So is Tyrese Halliburton washed?
Run.
Hey.
20-game sample size?
But yeah.
Ron looking like why am I involved in this? This has nothing to do with me.
But yeah,
I
think it's okay to say guys like LeBron are washed. I don't think that's really an insult, if I'm being honest. When you were peaking as maybe the best player ever, top 3-5 player ever, and then you had a prime that extended for my whole young life.
Sure.
Now you're only playing like an all-star. I think it's fine for me to say that you're washed.
I don't think he's playing like an all-star.
That's fine. He's gonna make me all-star team off name value alone. But like I think it's fine for me to say that. I don't see the problem. Anyone who watched prime LeBron
like an all-star. Why isn't he playing like all-star?
Wait. Finish what you were saying, Miles. You were saying anybody who watched
anyone who's seen prime LeBron and then sees this. If you don't see that there's like a 100% decline, like I don't understand how I can't just say the guy's washed. I understand his name's LeBron and like everyone wants to go to sleep to posters of him and kiss him on his forehead before you go sleep. And I don't know what you guys do, but like I'm sorry, I'm just saying what I see. Like this is a washed player. Like there's nothing wrong with being washed. He's the oldest guy in the league. Like at some point, accepting reality is like good.
But yeah, but I want to know why isn't he? Hold on, chill. Can we figure out why isn't he an all-star? I just want to know
why isn't he an all-star?
There's 12 all-stars in the West, right?
Yes.
He's not one of the 12 best players in the West right now. That's as simple as that. Number one. Number two, I don't see why a team that's barely hanging on for playing is going to get 2 all-stars and he's not the best player on his team. So that's 2 very quick ones. He's averaging career lows across the board. I don't think
but his career lows was better than some people's career highs.
That's the point.
I agree with that. But his career usage is higher than most people's career highs. So that is part of it, right? Like, look, the numbers are weird, right? Because we have this fixation with this triple-digit stat line of 20, 10, and 10. And it seems like the closer a guy is to 20, 10, and 10, the closer they are to being a great player.
Sure.
But 20 points, not what it used to be. It's like 15 points. 9 assists, 10 assists, not what it used to be. It's like 7 assists. So if I told you right now, pace adjusted, LeBron's averaging 16, 7, and 6, you probably would be saying he's washed. The thing that's
2022 Westbrook.
Well, exactly. Look, the reality is everything you define as a number, like a point, a rebound, and assist, is dictated cumulatively on minutes played and pace. That's it.
Why do we have to do that though? But I like sometimes the advance and the
it's not
pace
advanced
numbers. or the what you want to call that when you
the analytics.
Yeah, the analytics. Like, why do we want to like change the pace when he's averaging what he's averaging at the pace that he's playing? I don't see what's the significance in doing that right now.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what the significance is because we have a comparative bias, right? So Jordan averaged like 32 points per game, right? Michael Jordan averaged 32 points per game. Sure. So we want to say that Jalen Green or Cam Thomas today, when they averaged 32 points per game, are relatively close to what Michael Jordan was doing. No. But that's not close because you have to adjust for what was the pace, how many 3-pointers are they taking, what's the defense like, how packed is the
why?
paint?
But I understand that, but my question is why? Because the game is played differently. I don't think that matters.
Because the number of points you score doesn't matter to me. I care how many points you score relative to how many points your team scored. So if Jordan scores 32 points and his team scored 90, he scored over 35% of his team's points. But if
correct,
exactly. But if Cam Thomas scores 30 points and his team scored 130, he didn't do the same thing. That's the difference. If Cam Thomas had 100 possession game or 120 possession game and Jordan did it in a 78 possession grinded out game in which the clock was going down the entire way. Yeah, I mean, you remember the 7 seconds or less Suns and how many assists Steve Nash racked up. Well, that's largely because they played one of the fastest paces in the league, and everyone's just like, oh, 12 assists. He's better than this guy and that guy. And it's like he has more possessions. That matters.
No, but I understand that. I'm just saying for LeBron right now. Why would we do that for LeBron right now?
Look, man, LeBron in the right system, he's so strong, right? He's such a gifted passer, even though he's turning the ball over. He's going to get the ball enough to score. And even if he regresses for 2 more years, I'll guarantee you there's some team in the league, maybe an expansion team, right? They don't got nobody. If they don't got anything going on, I guarantee you could still set LeBron up to average a triple-double like 2 years from now. It won't mean anything.
Why wouldn't it mean? But look, when we say it won't mean anything, my thing would be when LeBron played horrible last night, they lost by what, 30?
20.
Yeah,
well, the score was 19.
Yeah, but they got beat bad when LeBron played horrible. But when he's playing good, do they have a chance to win?
They still losing.
They're much, much better when he's good. Much better.
Right. But, so I can't say he's not an all-star. Like you say he's not the best player on the team. I might agree with you on that. But to say he's not an all-star when he's the second best player on the team and their team's success relies on him playing good, why wouldn't he be all-star?
Only except the difference with that is that the other guys in the league who their team success depends on them being good, they're good more often than he is. That's the difference.
But so, like who? Like, let's go through the 12 that LeBron is embedded in a Western
Shea, Jokic, Luka, AD, De'Aaron Fox, Domantas Sabonis, KD.
De'Aaron Fox and LeBron to me kind of in the same category.
Yeah, but you think De'Aaron Fox and Shea is in the same category, so respectfully, I think your category.
No, I said they should be. I don't. I'm saying today LeBron and De'Aaron Fox are the same. Like they both mean as much to their team.
We were at 7, Mars. Keep going.
Go ahead.
I don't
James Harden,
Anthony Edwards, Kyrie, Devin Booker, Wemby, Steph, John Morant.
You said KD, right?
I said KD.
You also didn't. You didn't say you didn't say your big fella in Houston either, Mars.
Şengün.
Yes.
That's over LeBron.
You said Steph.
All of them guys are definitively over LeBron James. Which
I don't know how many names I said. I just gave you 14. Guys who would be in.
I gave you that's 14 guys.
I think this conversation should have started and probably should start at what is going wrong with LeBron right now. So he's in a bit of a shooting slump. Number one. Okay. Number two, he's turning the ball over like crazy. And that's not good. I don't think shooting and turnovers have very much to do with age. What I do think has to do with age is his terrible transition defense, where he's one of the worst transition defenders in the league.
If you don't got the legs, though, Pin.
That's fair.
If you don't got the legs for the shooting,
that's right.
That matters.
Yes. And by the way, in the last 5 games, he's averaging almost 6 turnovers a game.
Okay, but you know the problem that I have when y'all talk about the last 5 games what he did. What about the 3 to 5 games where he was averaging damn near triple double, getting 30?
Yeah, he had 4 straight. So Jordan, you know how the basketball community works. When he had those 4 straight, it was he's still him, he's still the king.
Yes,
now it's a slump. But it's gonna be ebbs and flows.
It's up and down.
Especially when you're at this edge. I think we might be overreacting because just like Jordan said, in December, January, if LeBron's balling, we're gonna forget this conversation ever happened, and we're gonna go back to praising the GOAT. I don't know. I think also we got to look at who's he playing with, who's holding up their end of the bargain. How what does he have to do? Why are we not? Why are the Lakers not calling for Zach LaVine? What's happening in La La Land? You know what I mean? Yeah. Now it's Zach LaVine's just the name I threw out there, Jordan. I'm not saying specifically him, but they need somebody, and I wouldn't be mad at Zach LaVine. They need somebody to take some of this burden. They need somebody to take some burden off of this 40-year-old man's shoulders. He shouldn't have to carry this squad the way he has to.
Yeah, I mean, I agree.
So
he's not carrying a squad where he's not the best player. That's not fair. That's not fair to Anthony Davis.
I mean, I'm not disrespecting Anthony Davis. When I say carry this, well, LeBron for them to be the team that everybody wants the Lakers to be, Bron got to do what Bron got to do. Now, I'm not saying he's better than AD, whatever. I don't want to get into that. I'm saying he can't carry this squad. They need help. Anthony, if you want me to throw Anthony Davis in this conversation, we can. I was just talking about Bron. They need some help. Bron and AD can't do it. Bron don't got that same tank he used to have. They need help, bro.
So in the last 10 games that they played, he's averaging almost 6 turnovers a game. That's half their games. And he's turning the basketball over. That has nothing. Penn just no. And here's the thing: when I'm older,
how many turnovers have James Harden had in the last 6 games?
Let's focus on Bron, Jordan. Let's focus.
Let's not got a good point though.
I'm just saying though, like we can't nitpick that with LeBron, but not do it.
Wait, that's not nitpicking.
Well,
that's not nitpicking.
Bron not a turnover prone guy though. This is different for Bron.
Last 6 games, James Harden's averaging 4.
And James is
averaging different for Bron, Jordan. You got to admit that, Jordan. This is different for Bron.
I guess.
I mean, if you want to call James Harden washed, then call James Harden washed. Like, I don't get.
I'm not gonna call James Harden washed. No, I'm not gonna call.
I mean, you compare James Harden to when he was in his prime. I think it's pretty fair to say the guy's washed. He's just still really good.
I'd agree with that.
LeBron is also still really good.
I don't know. Yeah, I guess.
LeBron is still a very good player. James Harden is still a very good player.
I agree.
Compared to what they used to be, though, no, it's not the same.
But the problem with this is we got James Harden as an all-star and LeBron not. That's my problem.
His team's better. He's impacting more.
Who's better right now, Jordan? Who's better?
Well, they're like that. They're like a game apart. They're like a game or two apart.
No. Who's better, LeBron James or James Harden today?
Who the best James in LA?
It's James. It's James Harden.
James who? James Harden's better.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's fine if he's an all-star and LeBron's not?
Both of them are all-stars. What I'm saying though, both of them are all-stars. They within a game apart. The Lakers and the Clippers are what? Within a game apart from each other. They right by each other.
Yeah.
Why? So why? What's the problem?
Wait, why is James Harden better?
Yeah, people not gonna like that.
Because James Harden don't have Anthony Davis.
So he's better because his team is worse.
So when Kawhi gets back, he's gonna be worse?
And he's productive.
That's interesting.
Now I don't know if he's gonna be worse, but I'm saying he's still productive with less. That's what I'm saying.
That's an interesting ball for better player, but I don't know how consistent.
Yeah, that's how you normally do it. Like, Jordan, could you put a guy by itself? And
I've always thought that was a stupid reason to say someone's better.
But if you take Anthony Davis off the Lakers, what would LeBron be doing with the Lakers?
He would not be doing. Well,
he would not be doing what James Harden would be doing with him.
Are you saying that he would be much better if Anthony Davis wasn't
James Harden with the
Clippers? Is that what you're telling me? So
no,
wait.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying if you switch roles, put James Harden on the Lakers with Anthony Davis.
Right.
Put LeBron James on the Clippers with that roster.
Right.
What happens?
I think it's different. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. But here's what I'm saying. Let's make sure we stick to the point here, which is what James Harden is today and what LeBron James is today. LeBron James, when he's making the All-Star team, I think since 2005, he's been voted on to the team as a starter. He's never not been a starter,
right?
Yeah, he's been voted. He's been voted on to the team as a starter,
and he will again this year.
100% he will, and all of those have been deserving. It's not like James. It's not like James is averaging what Jabbar averaged in 1988 and 1988. Where Jabbar last season was averaging 10 points and 6 rebounds. Now, if you think about what Jabbar was relative to that, it's not even close. James is still a damn good player, but if you think about the players in the Western Conference today, what you're trying to sell me is James at his worst which is where we are now with him, James at his worst, is still better than all of these other guys in your estimation.
Agreed.
And that's just not true. That's not what's going on right now. These guys in the Western Conference are playing better. And what we're doing is we're holding on to what James used to be, and he's not that anymore.
I don't think that's what we're doing.
He's averaging 35. I can't wait.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't think that's what we're doing, Chill. I'm just saying.
Are we getting that?
Because
are we going to get that?
Yes.
Yes,
it is
you're gonna get it.
LeBron is going to go on a run for maybe 2 weeks where he plays like a top 10, top 5 player in the NBA. And the guys in the chat, the biggest Bron fans in the chat, are going to be, you guys said he was washed. He's still this good.
Guy, Mars.
Oh, in a playoff series, you don't want to see LeBron. Like, that's what.
How many minutes is he playing, Mars? How many minutes a game? Does anybody have it up? Or LeBron
this year?
Yeah, how many minutes per game?
James is around
35,
30.
I think. 35.
Not that many. No, he's not
35.
playing 35 minutes.
35 is exactly 35. He's right. Exactly. 35.
That's crazy. That's crazy, bro. He need to be at like
top
28. He need to be at 27, 28.
He's
no way that man
26th
should be
in
playing
the minute.
30.
He's 26th in the league in minutes. He's playing practically the same amount of minutes as Giannis.
That's crazy, bro. That's so.
Hey,
Mark,
I just want to say, for that
reason right there,
for
for that reason right there, Morris, I don't know if we're gonna get that stretch you're talking about, and that's just because he's too many minutes. He got to lessen these minutes. He got to rest that body a little bit, bro. Or when the playoffs come, you remember when they got to the Western Conference that time and he was planking, hitting the side of the Western Conference Finals, and he was
gassed.
Boom, he was throwing scud missiles at the rim. Well, he was bent over. Remember, the meme where the lady bent over like that? He was looking like that.
Yeah.
Like, what meme is that?
You know the meme when she got the shades on? You know, yeah, I got it.
And she was
anyway.
And she got the bent over like what? Like how?
Not like that, bro. She was outside. It wasn't that type of party. She was like,
come on.
Anyways,
the
chat know what I'm talking about. Y'all two playing,
okay.
But he was exhausted, bro. And I think that breakdown is going to come a lot faster if they keep making this dude play 35 minutes.
But Ox, let me ask you this though: is he not a victim of his own success because he's been good for so long?
I don't think he's a victim of anything. The victim
100%.
word, the victim word, we got to get that out of there.
Why not?
Well, because I don't think he's a victim. I think that it's fans of his that they got their feelings hurt that this man is actually aging, which is right. That's what's supposed to happen. The aging is the best thing that can happen to a human being.
100%.
So
beats the alternative. No doubt about it. It beats the alternative. No doubt.
Mars, you're gonna be 30
That's the best thing that can happen to
like
you.
that.
So it's not. He's not a victim. This is a glorious career. What he's doing right now is amazing. This is beautiful. We should be praising this. We should be praising the fact that this man's out there running up and down that court for 35 minutes a game. Who we should be holding accountable is the Laker media cartel, the fans, and the front office over there. That's who we should be holding accountable. Why aren't you getting this man some help? Why did y'all let D'Angelo Russell trick y'all last year and make y'all think he was a good player when y'all supposed to be trading? What is happening? The reason why I'm asking you this, Ox, is because when I say victim, I mean he now is. That's the standard for James. What you've seen over the last 5-10 years, even though he's gotten older, people expect him to do. That's unreasonable, Chill. That's unreasonable. But is it though? Because he's still been doing it. It's not like it's not like right 100%. And the idea that he's getting older, well, he's been doing it for so long. As he's aged, why should I believe that he's not going to be able to do it? When in reality, I've been a victim of my own success because I've taken care of my body as well as I have. I've done everything that I was supposed to do in order to stay in peak shape. And I've played at this level for as long as I've played at. So now people expect me to continue doing this continuously. They continue at the ripe old age of 39, turning 40 this month. I had people telling me, yo, James could play another 4 or 5 more years at this level. I'm thinking, no, he cannot. He's not going to stick around that long, but because he's taking care of his body so well, because he's played at such a high level for the last 4 or 5 years, because they've been in the playoffs, because he's been doing what he's doing, because they won the NBA championship 5 years ago, because he's done all of that stuff, people expect this to continue, and we haven't really seen, and I've seen it, but the casual fan hasn't really recognized what the drop-off is with him, that he's not nearly what he was in 2014. If you see him in 2019 and you see him today, there's a drastic drop between these two players. If you see him in 2021 and then you see him today, those two guys are not the same. But because he's still 27 a game, 26 a game, he could still do that right until the age of 40. Mars does this all the time
with KD. Even though KD, we had actually watched some film of KD getting downhill in like 2014. What's the difference between those two guys in today, Mars?
I think
It's
we
drastic.
just need to stop comparing him to who he used to be. I know
I'm
that's
not
hard.
it's
comparing
hard
that.
to
I'm
not
not
do-
comparing
No.
that, though.
I get
I don't
that.
think you
I get
should.
that. But just close your eyes
I don't
and
think you
look at
should.
him like a new player, because this is not the same player. He's not succeeding the same way. He's taking a lot more threes, and that's the difference, right? This year, he's had the highest turnover percentage of his career.
Mm-hmm.
Combat that with the second lowest box plus minus of his career, going right back to his rookie season. So at no point in his prime has he been this bad. Look at his free throw rate. It's the lowest of his career.
Mm-hmm.
These things matter. The defense has never been this bad. Not rookie LeBron, not second year LeBron, not any version of Cleveland LeBron, not even any version of LA LeBron has been this bad defensively. So when you factor in all the regression, including the turnovers, I don't care that you can average 20, 10, and 10. I really don't. They're like 35 to 45 guys in the league that are big playmakers who rebound a bit, who could average 20, 10, and 10 if you really fed them that level of usage. I think Ox is onto something where you cut back the minutes a little bit, get closer to 28. The problem is you don't have enough help. Also, another big problem is don't have enough spacing around him. As he gets older, he gets a little bit less twitchy, a little less speedy, a little bit whatever. You need to surround this dude with a better roster. If LeBron was on a better team right now, he would not be showing this level of rust and this level of regression. It would be better for him because his greatest gift as a playmaker is only actually being used when there's someone to finish those plays.
But Penn, that's always who he's been, though. He's always been that guy who's been the man. So the idea that he needs to be
You need to change. Every great player adjusted. Every great player
Which one?
adjusted. And Jordan,
which one?
Jordan may be
I'm about to slip in and read this super chat. And then y'all can continue to base your argument based on this.
Sure.
But Teddy Hart sent through a $25 super chat. He said him, as in LeBron, being hell-bent on playing all 82 is the culprit. I don't think it's about the minutes. He should be on the old Tim Duncan type playing schedule.
I think the difference between Duncan 2013, 2014 Duncan and this LeBron is LeBron's taken up a third of the salary cap, whereas Tim Duncan was taking up like a sixth. So like
he took less dough. Yes, he did.
You're asking LeBron to be in a Tim Duncan role while making effectively twice as much. It's actually like realistically, it's like 5 times as much, but we understand salary cap differences.
Sure,
that's the difference. Like you're asking him to do half as much. In fact, Tim Duncan was outperforming his salary. LeBron James is underperforming his salary in terms of pure on-court product.
Now, everything he brings to the Duncan will remain a good defender. Duncan was a good defender right till the end. He may have regressed a little bit, but he was still a very positive defender. LeBron is not a positive defender right now.
No, he's not.
Not at all. Like,
no,
we're not talking about peak James where he was like in Miami and he's garnering defensive player of the year conversations. I'm talking Klay Thompson level regression from the peak.
It's been a long time. It's been a long time.
But Penn, can I counter that with if Tim Duncan being the elite defender that he was in 2013, in 2014, in 2015, he didn't have the responsibility offensively that he did when he was in 2006, and 2007, 2005. He didn't have that responsibility. James still has that responsibility offensively, and you're asking him not even to be elite defensively like what Tim Duncan is. You're still asking him to be a positive on defense when he still has that responsibility offensively at this advanced age, which Tim Duncan didn't have.
Cool. Maybe he shouldn't have that responsibility offensively.
I don't have a problem with that at all.
Maybe he needs to adjust because it's really difficult in the NBA when you are the biggest culprit of turnovers, or at least responsible for the most turnovers on your team, and you also happen to be one of the worst transition defenders on your team. You're conceding like 16 points off of turnovers. You can't make up for that. You don't have enough talent on your team. You're not the Boston Celtics. If we swapped, Jason Tatum for LeBron James and just, gave LeBron James that spacing and that defense, he'd be fine. But you don't have that level of cushion. So you need to be careful with the basketball and you need to manage your minutes. And honestly, I'm tired of ignoring how much control LeBron has over the situation. He can go up to them and say, I can't play 30, 35 minutes anymore. He could say, I want to go a little bit lower in the offense. I want to be less usage player. He can do that.
Nah, Penn. He wanted to take all that money.
He done that before.
Yeah, they need to ramp his minutes up to 40. Make sure you out there 82 games. You wanted to take all that money. Hey, no, you wanted to take all that money? No, because he did it to himself.
That's a good point, though, Chill.
No, he
He
did it to
kind of spent.
himself.
I forgot he took all that money.
LeBron didn't have to take all that
said
damn
something about
money.
when he did. That's
You
crazy.
a billionaire. Take less
I mean,
money.
I ain't gonna hate on someone
You
for
gonna
getting
turn
money.
down?
Like,
You gonna turn down
Of course,
48
of
million
course.
a
You
year?
gonna get it on the back end, Jordan.
Hang on, he
If you gonna
deserves
cry-
all that.
Get it on
He
the back end.
deserves all that money.
You
He
know,
is
Ron
a-
deserves it. He deserves it. Now take these L's. Now
Ron,
don't have
Can
the
we
floor
stop
spacing that
pretending
you
that
talking
players
about.
get paid?
Now
Players
don't have
don't,
the floor spacing you talking about. Now don't have the help you
Spin
talking
right
about.
now.
players don't just
Man.
get paid for what they do on the court. He's doing a lot
It
of
ain't
stuff
about-
off the
it ain't
court.
about
There's
what you deserve,
There's the same
40
argument
million a
y'all
year is
use for
crazy.
Bronny James.
Also turn that
Okay, so
down.
you use the same. You use the same argument for juniors. You're going to use the same argument for senior. Okay, he sells out arenas everywhere. People want to see him play
Bronny ain't
basketball.
selling out
So
crap.
he's earning.
Sold out the jerseys.
Earning every
not
penny
true.
he's making, and honestly, he's probably still underpaid relative to his overall impact on what he means to the Lakers. On the court, however, different situation. Tim Duncan was never this marketable. Dirk Nowitzki was never this marketable.
And you
Yeah,
know
but he
what's
was
the good thing?
more productive, though. Tim Duncan was more productive.
It's 61 more games. Are we going to die on the hill that LeBron isn't going to pick it up? It's 61 more games left. I just want to know, are y'all
He got to
going
play.
to say,
He got to play less minutes, Jordan. He got to play less minutes.
so what is y'all verdict after with these 61 games left? I want y'all to stamp it right now. What do y'all think LeBron's going to end up as?
I don't think he's
22?
making. I don't think he's making an All-Pro team. I know that. I don't think he's doing that again.
Okay.
Well, speaking
All
of
star.
which,
LeBron make the All Star.
Yes, he's gonna.
I think he'll be. Yeah, he's starting in the All-Star. Yeah, he's starting in the All-Star game.
Okay.
No doubt.
the good thing is
they are spitting pin in the comments. Like the Lakers are always been the Lakers, and they're always going to sell out arenas. But
the good thing is LeBron's not playing tonight. So when I make my prize picks, I don't have to worry about his underproduction. Now, basketball fans, y'all know it's time to hit the court because the NBA season is back and there are so many endless ways to play at PrizePicks. Yes, the season is just tipping off, which means it's your opportunity to pick your favorite players and make those matchups even more thrilling. Who's going to light it up from deep, knocking down threes like their free throws? Who's dropping no-look dimes for assists? Well, with PrizePicks, you can play every daily contest and test your hoop knowledge, push your knowledge to the max, and choose the player projections for every stat line imaginable. Are you a rookie in the game? No worries. Don't sweat it. Here's the playbook right here. Download PrizePicks, sign up using code PANEL, and new customers will receive a nice little deal, which means you can get $50 when you put in just $5. Sounds like a nice little prize to me. Every day on our show, I'll be locking in my lineup and sharing the plays that I'm making for the night. Do you think Luka's going more with his points? Do you think Jokic is going less with his assists? All right, well, we'll get into it, and I'm gonna make these prize picks, and the payouts can be as sweet as a Trae Young buzzer beater. So what are you waiting for? Download the PrizePicks app, use the sign-up code PANEL, and join us as we make our picks and choose the projections that we think is going to come out on top. PrizePicks, it's game time every time. Fellas, we ready to get into this?
You not gonna apologize to anyone who took your advice yesterday?
apologize for what?
No. You want to know
Bro,
why?
was
Mark?
over too.
Oh,
You
yes.
wanna- you-
Because shooters shoot.
Anthony Edwards gonna score more than what he said. Anthony Edwards gonna score more than 28. What do you have with 8?
Mark,
8?
here's the thing. Shooters shoot. And Anthony Edwards didn't shoot last night. Trae Young didn't shoot last night. So you know what we're going to do? We're going to choose high-volume shooters today. But, chat, I get it, and I apologize. I made the wrong picks last night. But today, we're going to rectify this because I got some help. Big Ox is going to make a pick. Mars is going to make a pick, and Chill's going to make a pick. And we, together, as a conglomerate, are going to make this happen. So y'all ready to do this?
Sure.
Yep, let's do it.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and go first. So scroll down, Ox. Scroll down. Well, you know what? Go to that. Just go to the bar and type in a certain player that I would like for you to type in. He goes by the name of SGA.
Oh,
He know not to do anything with Tyrese Halliburton.
Actually,
Ron know better than
actually,
Ron know better than that.
Actually, wait.
hell no.
Ron, go for Hallie. Ron, go for Hallie.
Stay off that.
What you want to do, Ron?
We're gonna go SGA, and
Okay.
they got the Jazz tonight, right?
Yep.
Yes, they do.
But here's the thing. I think they're going to smoke the Jazz, and I don't think SGA is going to play as many minutes as he should.
Shit. They're trying to get SGA average. He going to play. Trust me.
So that's points, rebounds, assists. 42.5. Let's go less.
Okay.
For what it's worth, you were kind of close on Trae Young yesterday because he had like 9 rebounds. So I think you missed out by 2. But
Yeah, I think so, Mars.
yeah, he had like 12, 15, and 9. So he actually ended up kind of close.
I'm just
Okay.
like, this the one night y'all decide not to play. But let's go, Chill. Chill, is it a guy that you might be leaning on? Is it a game you may be heavily invested in?
Yes, Orlando with Cat. Orlando with Cat.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. They're right here.
Yeah, Orlando with Cat. I'm gonna take the less rebounds tonight for Cat. I'm gonna take less rebounds with Cat tonight. That Orlando team, they get on the glass real good, and they're a real good defensive team. I'm gonna take less rebounds from Cat tonight.
Dude, who you think's keeping them off the glass?
That whole crew, not just Wagner, the whole crew. Mm-hmm. That whole crew.
Who's it, Mars?
Yeah, Mars, talk to us.
Where's Tyrese Halliburton? I don't even need to see it. Less.
Go straight less.
Wherever
Less
it is,
what?
less.
Less what? Points?
Nah.
All of them. Less.
No.
Wait,
we're not
17
doing it.
less.
More.
I'm doing it. Whatever
you want to do, less.
Whatever you say,
More.
Mars, I'm doing it. What you
Less
want? You want
points, 17 and a half less.
less than 17 and a half points?
He gonna get like 7. Less.
All right. Hey, Mars, you said it. Let's do
There
it.
you go.
Do
Less.
not listen to Mars. Don't
So
listen to Mars.
are you gonna keep on the same trend and we gonna do a whole less prize picks, a whole less contest, a whole less lineup?
I think I am, y'all. And I hate to do it. Guys.
Ooh.
There's a guy named OG Anunoby.
Oh,
G.
More.
I'm not hating on France. I'm not hating on France. I'm just bigging up OG.
Those two things ain't the same, Ox. Those two things are not the same.
38 points, rebounds, and assists from France. I don't know if he's gonna get that tonight, y'all. And part of that is what Chit was saying. I'm going against what Chit was saying. I think Cat's gonna get on that glass. I think OG is gonna be disruptive for France on the points. So I'm gonna go less 38 points, rebounds, and assists from Franz Wagner.
All right, y'all. Y'all know the saying, less is more. And so that's how we gonna do it tonight. Yo, Ox, you want to zoom in a little bit on our lineup? Yeah. Let's run through it one more time. So we have 4 players that we are picking tonight. And it looks nice to me. We got SGA, 42.5, and we're going less on points, rebounds, and assists. We got the big cat, 11.5 rebounds. Chill wanted to go less. So guess what we doing, y'all? We going less. And then we got Tyrese Halliburton.
Mars, it's not too late, Mars. I can click right here, Mars.
That's guaranteed to be right.
You gotta get off that, Mars. You have to get off that, Mars.
The cat rebounds is much more likely to be wrong than these Halliburton points, but okay.
Stick to your guns, Mars. We go with Tyrese Halliburton, 17.5 points less. And then last but not least, Franz Wagner. He's been hot. He's been tearing up the league. They on a 6-game winning streak. 28 points or 38 points, rebounds, and assists altogether. We are going less.
MVP.
Now, go down a little bit more, Ox.
Okay.
No, there we go.
All the way.
So we are entering 20. And fellas, our prize tonight will be 200. So Ox, go ahead and go ahead and submit that. Wait. Go up a little bit.
Keep going.
No, right there. You can see get first place in your group to win, but we're not in a group, so we'll continue to go down. All right, let's go ahead and submit this.
Is everybody locked in on these? Mars,
I'm locked
Chill,
in.
Ron.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Let's do it.
We in it to win it.
In it to win it.
When I'm right and you guys are wrong, I'm gonna be so mad.
When we're all right, I'm gonna be laughing to the bank. But
France is getting more than 38. But I get it.
there you go, y'all. Those are our picks of the night. We will be back to talk about all of our lovely wins and gloat tomorrow, and we'll do the same thing. But in the meantime, what you need to do is go over and join us by downloading PrizePicks. You play $5 and you can get 50 instantly when you use the code, when and only when you use the code the panel. PrizePicks, run your game, control your game, win your game. All right, fellas. We were talking about LeBron James and the Lakers, but in case you weren't tapped in last night, the Lakers were absolutely spanked by the Minnesota Timberwolves, 109-80 last night. LeBron and AD had their lowest points, or were low in points last night, and Anthony Edwards only had 8. It was kind of a weird game, but hey, it happened how it happened. The T-Wolves spread the offensive load and got their much needed mojo back. So shout out to the T-Wolves getting back in the winning column. LeBron is in one of the biggest shooting slumps of his career. And this is the 21-year sample size, and we're starting to see the decline of LeBron potentially. But I do know one thing. He passed Kyle Korver, or he tied Kyle Korver on the list of all-time threes 6 days ago. And since then, he's went 0 for 24.
Yikes.
No legs. No
He
legs.
kind of
It's
messing
only
up my
about-
prediction of he was going to pass Reggie Miller by the new year, but
Oh yeah, it's only logical explanation is just no legs. I mean, you've been shooting the ball all your life. You know what I'm saying? Muscle memory, shooting it the same way, same wrist flick. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing changed. Just the legs. It's got to be the legs.
he missed one wide left by about 4 feet.
Seen that was crazy.
He trying to put more on it. When you don't, because you're not supposed to shoot the ball with your arm, Mars. You shoot the ball with your wrist and your legs. You know what I mean? And now if he don't got much, that can gauge. Now I'm throwing it further. Now I'm shooting it short. I'm trying to figure it out because I can't put as much as I used to. Now I got to run up and down. He's exhausted. I feel bad for the guy because his fans are turning on him. It's crazy.
The fans are committed. It's the people who've been waiting for this fall off who are reveling in it. It's similar to how you were enjoying the Luka horrible defense tour, and you. I
wasn't enjoying. I don't enjoy any of this. It's basketball. Basketball is a matter-of-factly sport. It's not about I love hating on this guy, or I love hyping this guy. Unless it's the Lakers, I can enjoy hating on him. But for the most part, though, I'm just reporting what I see. I wasn't enjoying that from Luka. I hated to see that from Luka Doncic. I hated it. I do want to ask you guys this, specifically you and Chill Mars. The Lakers are such a great offense, and the Timberwolves are such a terrible defense. What happened last night? How did they hold those guys there? 89, 88 points? What was it?
Well, first
18,
of all,
I think.
Yeah, it was 89. It ended up being 89. And JJ Redick, I think he yanked those guys in like the middle of the fourth, maybe 7 minutes left in the fourth, where he just James was out. Anthony Davis was out. He ended up getting rid of all of those guys. One, I think that the Minnesota offense dictated a lot of their defense last night. I thought they did a good job in getting Rudy the ball around the basket, and I thought that DiVincenzo did a good job in shooting the basketball last night. Mike Conley looked solid. Last night. And again, when you're older, you're gonna have more often than not games where you're not as good as you used to be. But I thought Julius Randle was good on the block as a defender. I do. I didn't think that he was bad. I thought he was good on the block as a defender. I thought overall their switching was good. And Mars, I got to retract the statement that I said yesterday because I'm not one of these people who, if I say something and if I'm proven wrong, I'm going to die on this hill. No, that's not with everything. Alexander Walker will defend. and he 100% defend. He defended yesterday. I thought he did a good job in getting around screens. I thought he did a good job in closing out. I thought he did a good job in forcing both D'Angelo Russell and Gabe Vincent. I thought he did a good job in forcing those guys into tough shots. But I think the difference last night for Minnesota offensively was Rudy getting the ball around the basket. I thought that was a big deal for them. I did. I thought that them getting the ball around the basket, being big around the basket, finishing around the basket. Mars, I don't know if you noticed, before the last 5 games that he's played, I think he's shooting something like 70% at the rim. Something like that. And again, this isn't me. This isn't me.
Why you say he's better though?
Have you seen his shots? He better shoot 70%.
Well, that's what he shoots. He should be shooting. He should be shooting that around the rim, 100%. And I've just been an advocate of him getting the ball more around the rim because I've seen 4 for 5 nights, 5 for 7 nights, 7 for 8 nights. I've seen plenty of those. But I thought the Lakers' transition defense was bad. I thought that I thought they really capitalized off turnovers last night, and just getting the ball to Rudy around the rim, I think that really helped them. So, I mean, this Lakers team, they got a lot of work to do defensively. They do.
In the last 2 weeks, the Lakers are 18th in offense. So the offense is stagnating. Part of that is LeBron's regression.
Mm-hmm.
So the offense that they could bank on in terms of we might not have a good defense, but at least offensively we can score enough points. They're not even doing that right now. And their defense is still bad. I think it's like bottom 6 or 7 in the league in the last 2 weeks. So they've just hit a bad patch of the season where they're struggling. If you wanted to be facetious, you could say they just started playing good teams in this stretch. Orlando, Denver, Phoenix, San Antonio, OKC, Utah, and then Minnesota. So like their schedule was like picked up and now they're inevitably struggling. That could be the pessimist view. The optimist view is you're just going through a bad time. It will pick up. You'll find a room. LeBron will get better. AD will be more consistent. Austin Reeves wasn't there last night. So there's things they can work through, but I think that offense has been bad as of late, which is why they weren't able to capitalize on Minnesota's defense. I don't even think Minnesota played well. I just think the Lakers were that bad that Minnesota were able to blow them out. Rudy Gobert did like some fake handoff and got to the rim. Anytime you allow that to happen, I think your team is cooked. So,
what the hell?
He had a clear path to the rim, Mars.
LeBron was meant to rotate over and he just stared at him. But that's besides the point. But yeah, I just think the Lakers just got to figure some things out. I'm not going to overreact and say the Lakers are bums, but I do still stand on the fact that I think the Lakers are a mid team. I don't think they're that good. So, they just play like a mid team, I think.
I would agree with Mars. My only thing about that is, like I said, there's 61 more games left. Like that's a lot of games left and a lot of time to figure out whatever your issue is. Like, I don't know. I was going to ask Mars earlier, can we look at LeBron James, the first 21 games of the season last year? Like, and where the Lakers was? Like, can we look at it and see, does he always do this or what? Since he's getting older, but they got a new coach. Still figuring stuff out. Like, I wouldn't get too wrapped into calling them, panic mode or overreacting to it. I don't want to do that. Like, I've always give them time.
I've always thought that they were a playoff team anyway. I didn't think that they were a regular season team. I had them as a play-in team before the season started. I was actually surprised when they climbed the standings and they were at the 3rd seed. I don't think that this is realistic, and I don't think it's sustainable for them to be a top 3 seed. But the Western Conference is so stacked that you could go from 3 to 8 in a week. But I think this team is built. Yeah, I think this team is built more for the playoffs than they are for the regular season. And I think that them turning it on, quote unquote, defensively in the playoffs, I don't think that's realistic. But I think that that's something that people are anticipating. We're going to get to the playoffs and Anthony Davis is going to be better in the playoffs. James is going to be better defensively in the playoffs. That's just not realistic. It's not. I think
I don't think D'Angelo
after 21 games last year.
So that's pretty much around the same.
It's the same record.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. How was LeBron?
LeBron averaged 24, 7.5, 6.5 on
so around the same thing.
55, 38, 69 splits. So yeah, I guess around the same.
And then he end up turning it into 25.
What did he average last year?
25.
Washed.
What the hell?
Well, 25-7. So basically 26.
Yeah.
26, 7, and 8.
So I don't know. I just think give him some time. I think they're gonna make a trade apparently because they're gonna get the defenders. Jared Vanderbilt, I know we talk about him getting healthy every year, but him coming back will definitely help their defense out a tremendous ton. Getting rid of D'Angelo Russell.
When is that gonna happen?
I don't know. They say it gets closer.
Same time
and then,
Kawhi comes back.
Probably.
Right.
But anyways, them getting rid of D'Angelo Russell is gonna help them out too because I'm disappointed in D'Lo, man. I keep saying that shit, but I'm not gonna keep getting disappointed. I'm gonna believe D'Lo for who he is. That dude want to be in Fashion Week rather than being in the NBA. So I don't know. They're gonna get rid of him. They're gonna get a more of aggressive
Shout out
guard.
Fashion Week.
Shout out Fashion Week, but they're gonna get more of an aggressive guard on defense and on offense. D'Angelo Russell just not capable of playing with LeBron James and Anthony Davis for what they need him to do. He's just not capable of doing it. So,
but he did it though. He did it 2 years ago, and then last year as a long ball shooter.
He was shit in the playoffs though. I mean,
against Denver, he wasn't very good.
But that's the thing that matters.
And that's the bad matchup. He wasn't bad against Memphis. In fact, he was really good against Memphis. He wasn't bad against Golden State.
Course.
He was really good against them. It was the Denver matchup that screwed him up.
But that's
last
to go
year,
to
he
the
was their
finals.
best long ball shooter. He was the best long ball shooter.
What you're trying to tell me
is you're trying to tell me that he can't do what's necessary for him to do. He actually did it. He just sucked against Denver. That's the problem.
But that's who they're gonna have to beat to go to the finals.
Sure.
To get past. So why would I risk having that again? He showed me 2 times he can't do it.
So if that's the case, are we just stuck on him? Are we just stuck on him, or is it everybody?
Yeah.
So
it's him because somebody
is the reason why we losing to Denver. He's the reason.
Part of it, yes, because another guard that y'all put in there, another guard that you put in there, chill. You can't say they not gonna play good. They can play good against the Warriors, the Grizzlies, and whatever too, and they can play bad against Denver. But we know for a fact D'Lo plays bad against Denver. Why would I risk it again?
All right, so we're gonna get another guy who we don't know who plays bad against Denver. I don't know. Let's say Zach LaVine, for example, who has shown you nothing in the postseason, nothing whatsoever in terms of winning. But we get Zach LaVine on this crew, and it goes the other way.
Who's a better catch and shooter, D'Lo? Who's a better catch and shooter, D'Lo or Zach LaVine?
Who's a better catch and shoot guy?
Yeah,
I'll take Zach LaVine.
Okay, there you go.
But chill,
that's why you don't need D'Angelo Russell.
To Jordan's point, if you know what you're gonna get from D'Angelo Russell and it's not good, you got to take a chance. And I'm pretty sure all 6 of us up here can agree that Zach LaVine is levels above D'Angelo Russell.
He's a better player.
This is
D'Angelo Russell will be better. D'Angelo Russell will be better in Chicago. I think he'll be better in Chicago.
But he also makes 2.5 times as much.
Better in Chicago than who? Zach LaVine?
I think D'Angelo Russell.
That's the problem, Penn. Where the money is.
I think D'Angelo Russell would be a better player in Chicago than he is in LA. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Like I think Chicago works for him. It just don't work for him playing with LeBron James for what they need him to do. They're not going to force LeBron to play the small forward role or the power forward role. They're going to make him play the point forward. D'Angelo Russell is going to struggle by doing that. So
you want to take James
off the ball?
Is that what you want to do? You want to take James off the ball. You want to put James in like.
I want to take LeBron off the court, but
I want to take him off the ball. I want to take him off the ball to maximize their team, like to maximize what everybody does. Like that's like, and it's so glaring. The stats show otherwise. Like, oh, LeBron does this, does that, and I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but I'm saying when you have a team, sometimes you have to maximize what the team does. Like, for example, when we had the big old debate about why the Kings use Sabonis the way they do. Because it maximizes the team from that standpoint. The Lakers is flipped. You got D'Angelo Russell on there who's glaringly like he will struggle his ass off. But you got to also look at the type of play style you got him in. It's not what he's accustomed to. So that's why I'm saying you got to do that. But they're not going to do that. So get rid of D'Angelo Russell and get somebody that can score in that role. Zach LaVine is one of them. I'm pretty sure there's other guys out there that can do that as well too.
That's what I want to talk to you guys about.
Russell off and get goddamn Jalen Green over there. Hell, do that shit. That might even be better.
D'Lo for Jalen Green.
Get Jalen Green off my team. I agree.
That might be better.
You want Jalen Green off your team, Mars? You want Fred VanVleet off your team? You want Jabari Smith off your team?
I'll take D'Angelo Russell over Jalen Green.
For sure. I'll do D'Lo for Jalen Green.
I'll take D'Lo over Jalen Green. I think that's a good trade.
Team in the Western Conference, and you want to. Oh my God,
fellas! I'm trying to get a deal done with the Warriors. Jalen Green from Moses Moody. I'm trying. They just not accepting.
D'Angelo Russell will be a better playmaker than Jalen. Jalen Green, when he's not scoring, he ain't doing shit else. Like,
Fellas, I want to come back to the Lakers though, and talk about other guys that they potentially can add onto the squad. We mentioned Zach. We stomped his name into the ground. But I mean, I've heard Cam Johnson or Cam Thomas. Is there any other guys that you guys think out there that can really help them?
It's a lot of guys that can help them over. You need pretty much a shooting point guard for the Lakers.
Bruce Brown. Take Bruce Brown.
I would take Bruce Brown over D'Angelo Russell, but you're gonna have to add more pieces with Bruce Brown. You can't just have Bruce Brown by himself.
And Mars, that doesn't matter.
Pacers before they traded him.
VanVleet off your team. Penn wants Bruce Brown off his team. Just like you want VanVleet.
It's not that serious. I just think Bruce Brown helps a system like that. Yeah. He is versatile. He is in a contract year, so he will play very well. He wears very nice cowboy hats. Add some color to your locker room. That's great. So he's a good player. He's a good locker room dude. Do we forget Bruce Brown on Denver? Come on, man.
Brown was good with the Pacers, but they traded him.
Tell me who you are when you leave. They cry about you're missing that they're missing you, right? Every single game Denver played last year in the playoffs, all I heard was, "Oh, they're really missing Bruce Brown right now." Now, part of that is because Denver's bench is so terrible, but part of it is because Bruce Brown does a lot of valuable stuff that doesn't show up on the box score. And frankly, he's a much better transition defender than half the players on the Lakers right now. He would be I know he's not more talented than D'Lo, but he'd be much better for them than D'Lo right now.
Fit. It's not about talent. It's about fit.
What is Bruce Brown dealing with? Because he hasn't played this season, right?
He's dealing with tankinitis.
So nothing.
Nice. Hey, I'm gonna tell you the truth about Bruce Brown, bro. When I saw Bruce Brown in 2020 and COVID, like at a couple workouts, bro, I was under the impression his ass was about to be out the league. I'm like, bro, he was still with Detroit. I'm like, bro, his ass about to be out the league, bro. He an undersized point guard trying to play point guard. That shit ain't working. Then went to Denver and got paid, and I'm like, damn.
When is he not wrong?
When is he not? That's what happens when you do the little things and you play defense and you contribute to the game in other ways.
No, they changed his position. They made his ass play power forward.
Well, yeah, that's the thing, though. You got to be versatile. You can't just be locked into a box and only able to do one thing. Basketball is not just buckets. I know you guys only care about buckets. Basketball is much deeper than buckets. If you defend your ass off,
no, it's not, Ron. No, it's not, Ron. You got to average the game. No, it's not, Ron.
If you run the lanes.
Nope.
His ass was damn out the league, Ron.
No, it's not, Ron. If you ain't averaging 30
games, in Detroit, he'd have been killing
At the end of the day, the game of basketball is who scores more wins. So.
That's it. If you're averaging 30 a game, Ron, none of that stuff don't matter. We don't care about your ability to pass. We don't care about your ability to defend. We don't care about how much you affect the game. We don't care about your impact. Nope, we don't care about none of that. But I tell you what, if you're averaging 30 a game, you are the man. You are the man, Ron. So nobody cares about that other stuff. Nobody.
I think you have to look
at
LaMelo Ball is evidence of that. He is evidence of that right now.
No, don't do LaMelo Ball like that.
What's that supposed to mean?
Don't do
Why
LaMelo
not?
Ball
Why
like
not,
that,
Jordan?
Because all I'm hearing now, LaMelo Ball is a top 5 point guard in the game. Why is LaMelo Ball a top 5? Why is LaMelo Ball a top 5 point guard in the game? I'll tell you why he's a top 5 point guard in the game. Because he's averaging 30 a game. Because this was not a conversation last year. This was not a conversation 2 years ago. But he's averaging 30 a game. So now all of a sudden he's a top 5 point guard in the league. So you know what that means? That means that all y'all care about is buckets. That's it.
He don't care about nothing.
Because if he was averaging 18, if he was averaging 22, 7, and 5, which he was doing when he made the All-Star team, he wasn't the top 5 point guard. He wasn't saying that then.
He kept getting hurt
30 a game.
Because
he hurt now.
He hurt.
Yeah, he be back.
He made out of glass, Jordan.
I like players.
He been the same player since he was a freshman in high school. He just got a little taller.
Yeah,
I mean, being taller helps.
Has a lot to do with it. 31. He averaging 31, 7, and 5.
How many? He taking 27. He taking 27 shots again.
Yeah, I don't know if LaMelo's top 5. I'm pretty confident. If I was,
he is not top
35 from 3. 35 from 3.
I don't. Jordan, volume doesn't matter. Impact matters to me. Okay, the fact that he is on one of the worst teams in the league matters to me. The fact that he's played in a lot of those losses matters to me. Now you might say, "Oh, Penn, you capping. Your favorite player plays on a really bad team." Yeah, the Raptors are a 500 team pretty much with Scotty Barnes this year. That's the difference. Impact winning. I care about your defense. I care about all the other stuff. I care about how you set screens. I care that you get back on defense. I care about all this
LaMelo don't
stuff.
play defense.
LaMelo is not a good defender. You think he's a good defender?
I think it's a competing defender. I think he's a competing defender.
Oh, we going with
I
the
think
competing.
he's competing
we
more.
going with
That's what you
participation
can have.
He's
trophy.
competing
That's
more.
what you can have.
He's doing a little more.
competing
Would
defender.
Would you give him
care about
participation
Not a
trophy?
Yeah, I
pushover.
mean,
Not a
defense is all
pushover.
about participation.
He's
As long as you
participating.
try and
No,
it
but
matters.
he's not a pushover on
Exactly.
defense. He's not a pushover. I've seen him get stops on guards, premier guards, late in games.
On ball.
I'm gonna stop that.
How's his off-ball defense?
I've seen
How's
Trae
his
Young
transition
transition playing
defense?
games. I don't mean much, but I mean, I guess.
Yes, it does,
Jeez.
Mars.
Not
Yeah,
really.
100%.
He's
Man,
talented
I
as
think
hell.
Melo-
I
Melo-
get
Melo
it.
plays
You
better.
play
His
good defense for
numbers-
2 possessions that outweighs the other 74.
His
possessions
numbers
you did
are
not.
good. I'm not taking him over De'Aaron
I think he
Fox.
plays
See, and dude,
I'm not
that-
taking him over De'Aaron Fox. I'm not taking him over Jalen Brunson. I'll take him
probably
over.
would
I'll
take-
take him
I
over
probably would
Tyrese
take him over
Halliburton right
both
now. I'll
of
tell you
them
that
guards.
much because Tyrese
I
Halliburton
probably
has
The
been.
sky's blue. Of course, he better
Yeah.
than Tyrese Halliburton.
I would probably take.
So
I
real
don't know,
quick,
I'm not
man.
sure.
I'm not sure I would
Pen-
take him over. Go ahead.
Pin, really quickly. So, yes or no, Luka?
Yes for what? Take LaMelo over him?
Yes or no, Luka?
Next question. Crazy.
SGA,
Crazy.
Curry,
Crazy.
Fox,
Crazy.
Nope, I don't think it's crazy.
It is absolutely insane.
I don't think it's crazy.
Trey.
Okay, fine. Trey?
Okay, Trey.
No, I like Trae Young though.
I like
I'm
Trey. Young.
biased. I'm biased Trey, so no, nah.
Ja.
I take Trey over.
I take Ja.
Hold on, Ja,
I take Ja.
Lillard.
Give me LaMelo right now.
I'll take Lillard.
You guys are hating on Dame, bro.
Give me LaMelo
I'll
right
take
now.
Lillard.
Nuts,
I'll
Mars.
take Dame.
This
I'll
is
take Dame.
nuts.
I'll take
There's
Dame.
no way. I'm
Dame. Why
So-
take Dame?
So it sounds to me.
Dame been hooping. What you mean?
100%. He's
What
been
have
hooping.
LaMelo been doing?
So it sounds to me.
Hooping.
What the hell? So why
So it sounds
Dame?
like-
What about James
Brunson?
Harden? What about
We
James
ain't
Harden?
talking
That was
Brunson.
the next guy I was going to say. I was going to say Harden next.
Harden. I think Harden's a much better player.
Today.
Hey, Harden
Mhm.
FC.
Yeah.
So
If I'm building a team, I take LaMelo.
A
because he's
much
younger.
better player?
Man, it
Yes,
sounds
he is
to
a
me-
much
Let him
better
good.
player.
Let him good.
Unscrunch
Let
your
him
face.
good. Let him good.
What?
Where?
Every year of his life.
He
What you
is
mean?
the system, Ron. Respect the
Mm.
system.
And LaMelo Ball's the system too.
Yeah, he's a worse
Weak
system.
ass
He's like
That's
a
cool,
Windows
though, system. We
95.
don't care about that system.
Bro,
What about
Bro,
TJ? What about TJ
bro,
McConnell?
the
Pin?
Charlotte Hornets is
I'll take
straight
LaMelo over
butt.
TJ McConnell because TJ McConnell don't shoot. But
This dude over there playing with Taj Gibson as his center, Tijon
Right.
Salon starting, Brandon Miller over there shot chucking
Bro.
too, but getting busy. But shot chucking too. A
Yeah,
second year player is his. I'm saying that
How
to
many
say. I'm not
wins
saying
does
that to
he
knock
have?
Brandon Miller. I'm saying that his second best player is a second year player. I'm like,
Expecting Charlotte to win games is
Oy.
disgusting.
it's ridiculous.
Come on,
That's
bro.
the reason
Like,
why
that's
he's
what
shot
I'm
chucking
saying.
like that. I'm
And
here to
it ain't
tell
not
you
getting blown
because
out.
because
It
you
ain't
brought
game.
Dame into this. I'm here to tell you if you put LaMelo next to Giannis and all of those players over there,
Right.
they're we're a top 4 seed over there.
Hell no.
We're a top 4 seed.
Well, first of all, they're a top
Crazy.
4 seed now.
Okay,
that's
Ron.
where they
I
at
think
right
that's
now.
fair.
litmus
I think
test
that's fair.
time. Would LaMelo
We would
Ball
have been
be
a
doing
top
more
4
with
seed.
would LaMelo
We would have never
would
failed from the
LaMelo
top
be
4
doing
seed.
more with the Pacers right now than your Tyrese Halliburton?
For sure.
Yes.
Ron, make sure you
Yes.
say
Oh
that.
wow. Okay,
Yes,
cool.
you would
I
be.
agree
Yeah.
with you.
Well, I mean, everyone knows
yo,
he's better than Tyrese Halliburton.
Having basketball players that y'all think are inferior is not a good reason to play bad basketball.
It's not.
That's not a good reason.
is
It's not a
not.
good reason to play like just to play to be out there playing like this is like this is LA Fitness
Hey,
on Saturday
hey,
morning. You
Hey,
can't
Jordan.
ain't
Jordan.
nothing.
When
Ain't
Jordan
nothing.
had an inferior team, he
That
played
shit was weak.
bad
No,
basketball.
he
When
played-
Kobe
he
had an
played bad
inferior
basketball.
team, he played bad basketball. We've watched
Okay,
a number
so-
of
so-
superstars.
okay,
When you
so-
have an
You did
inferior
not just
team,
compare
when you
Michael
have an
Jordan
inferior
and Kobe
team,
Bryant
it's- I'm
to
not.
LaMelo
I'm
Ball.
comparing
Okay, so Ron,
situations. I'm
admit
comparing
that
star
LaMelo's
players
playing
and
bad
situations.
basketball then.
You are not
You-
comparing
Yeah, he is.
Kwame
He
Brown and
is.
Smush
He is.
Parker.
All right,
He is.
all
to
right.
But he
Brandon
getting to
Miller.
it.
Thank you.
But he getting to it.
Thank you.
No, that's not even
But he getting to it.
close. That's not even close. Look at Kobe's
Jordan
roster
was
in
tucking.
2005 and tell me
Damn the
what
roster. You still
LaMelo
gotta play
Ball's
good
roster today
basketball.
looks
Pin,
like.
I
Mark
will rip
Williams
this
is a-
camera off my computer and throw it out into the freeway. Are you?
Please do.
Are you out of your mind?
Yeah,
You think-
I don't
Yo,
know I don't
Does
know how we're
anyone
trying to
up
make
here
the
think
argument that the
that
Charlotte
Kobe's
Hornets are a good roster.
supporting cast? Did you see Michael Jordan's supporting cast? The
Did
one
you?
that you're
Are
talking
you
about?
watching LaMelo Ball supporting cast?
Yes.
That team
But
is
Silly
terrible.
Micic, who is my guy, but still,
He's a good player.
Trey man.
Hey,
He's a
Micic-
good
Micic
player.
cold, but he trash in the NBA. I ain't
No,
gonna
Micic
lie.
is my
Trash in
dog.
the
And Trey
Micic
man,
is
my
one
dog
of
too.
the
But
bad
the
guys.
Nick
team's strong.
Richards.
Mark Williams
Yo,
isn't playing. Nick
Miles
Richards
Bridges.
Having
haven't
a
been
bunch of guys
playing.
who've been hurt. Nick Richards hasn't played in 3 weeks. Mark Richards hasn't played the whole season. Trey Mann has missed like the last 2 weeks. The whole
Cool.
team is hurt.
What if
Mark
he's
Richards
supposed to
played
do?
in like 2 weeks.
What is he
The team's
supposed to do?
hurt.
He can play basketball.
The whole team is hurt.
He
Him, Musa-
He
Musa
keeps playing
Musa
basketball.
Diabate,
I'm not losing
Cody
sight
Martin,
of
and
who he's
Tijan
been all this
Salam.
time.
The team
Brandon
sucks.
Miller is not a terrible second option. I think there's a lot of teams
No,
out
he's
there
not,
that
but
would
he's in his
convert
second
their
year.
second
But
option
he's in his
for
second
Brandon
year.
Miller.
But he's in his second year though, Ken.
Exactly.
Brandon Miller is not.
So what?
Brandon Miller.
No, Brandon Miller's. When I brought up Brandon Miller, I wasn't trying to hate on him or knock him. I was merely saying he's a young guy. So we can't. Our expectations, regardless of him balling, he's still going to make young mistakes. And you can't rely on a second-year player to help your team win games. I'm sorry, you just can't.
They're trying to build something in Charlotte.
Is
No, they're not.
Melo
LaMelo's
significantly better than Cade?
serious. He's not even serious.
Yes, LaMelo Ball is better than Cade Cunningham, and I like Cade Cunningham. Bro, LaMelo Ball is better than a lot of these players that we saying. Y'all only saying this because of the type of basketball he's playing, which I understand. I'm not making an excuse for the type of basketball that he's playing. He does play some bad basketball, but to his point, they damn near need him to do all of what he's been doing for them to at least stay in the game. Number two, if you put LaMelo Ball with these premier established guys like the Knicks, put LaMelo Ball over there with the Knicks, you'll see way more excitement than you would be.
I would rather.
I don't grade players when
I'm gonna make a proclamation on this panel.
Thank you, Morris.
You can come back and tell me I'm wrong when I say this. LaMelo Ball will never win a championship ever in his prime.
We ready to jump it off the screen
ever
now,
happening.
Jordan?
It's not championship basketball,
and
we got to change.
No, I didn't say that.
Entertaining.
Look,
No, I didn't say that. No, I'm saying that I think LaMelo will give them guys more aura than Jalen Brunson would. But I'm just saying
Jalen Brunson is better than him, bro.
No, he's not, bro. I don't think he is.
Jalen Brunson.
You don't think Jalen Brunson's better than LaMelo Ball?
I
Okay,
don't.
so whoa.
I don't.
Do not.
Sick of this
Jordan.
shit, Jordan.
Jordan.
I don't think so, bro.
When you look at LaMelo Ball, and I don't even want to talk about conducive to winning. LaMelo Ball with his game, and you put Jalen Brunson in his game. Why are you taking LaMelo Ball over Jalen Brunson? What is Jalen Brunson not doing that LaMelo Ball is doing?
Okay. So hold on. So there's not very many discrepancies. Like, oh, one is just so much better at this and that. That's not what it is to me. It's just one is 6'8" and can do a lot. 6'8" Teal.
So the fact that he's 6'8", that's
and I can score. I can make any pass on the court. Yes, I turn the ball over. Of course. Yes, I turn the ball over. But
JB turned it over too.
Yeah, he does.
Not accurate. He don't turn it over
How
too.
is Cade's not better than Jalen Brunson?
Because he's 6'6". He's 6'6".
6'7".
No, he's definitely 6'6".
I apologize.
Listen. Now, some people say Cade was 6'8" too, but they might have capped on that. But
they definitely capped. He's 6'6".
But listen though, in the right situation, I'm not mad at none of that. I'm not mad at the Cade if you put Cade under the stuff that Jalen Brunson been through. All of the trial and error they've been through. I'm not mad. Cade is in his third year too.
4.
Jordan, when
he missed too, right? Just being hurt, he missed some time. So I'm not mad at that, bro. But I'm not mad at that, bro. I'm not mad at that, bro.
Then you just underrated Jalen Brunson.
I like Jalen Brunson, but I'm not mad at that, bro.
I never said you didn't like him. I said you underrated him. You can like.
It sounds like your argument is based on the crew that he has. And the crew that
situation is always a deal.
Even though we saw Jalen Brunson last year with a depleted Knicks team, Julius Randle gone, right? All of those guys out of the lineup. He's playing with a bunch of rotation guys and carried those guys to the playoffs and won a playoff. Carried those guys to the playoffs and won a playoff series. Meanwhile, LaMelo Ball, who can't stay healthy, and when he is healthy, he doesn't defend like that. He's not as nearly as productive.
Why do you think he don't defend like that? I disagree when you say he don't defend like that. I think you just looking at a light-skinned kid and saying he's not playing defense. Because that dude plays defense, bro.
And being light-skinned has nothing to do with it. No.
He definitely plays defense.
Define plays defense. When you say he plays defense, what do you mean?
I think when he's sitting in front, when he's sitting in front of the guard, it's not a pushover. You're not finna be like, walk in the park, LaMelo. Let me take this right down memory.
Okay, so what about when his man is in the corner and he's coming off a down screen? Is he playing defense now?
It depends. We don't know what the scouting report is.
Jordan, what does it depend on? I'm playing.
We don't know what the scouting report is.
No.
Sometimes y'all say that and it doesn't make sense if you don't know what the scouting report is.
Now you letting them off the hook. So let's say the scouting report.
No, I'm not. You don't know what the scouting report is.
Okay, so this is what we're doing here. Let's speculate. I'm playing off the ball. And the scouting report is the guy that's coming off the screen, he's probably shooting the basketball, which means that I gotta help, right? I gotta chase this guy off the screen, and the big is gonna help. What is LaMelo Ball's effort when that happens?
He gives good effort, but what I'm saying, chill. You don't know what the scout. Like for example, we brought up a time when
watch games, Jordan. You see what scouting reports are.
Hold on, no, you don't know what the scouting report is because we brought up a time where when Mars just said LeBron let Rudy Gobert go to the goal wide open. That might be the scouting report. Like, why would we help on Rudy Gobert? Like that could be the scouting report in some cases.
JJ scouting report giving up.
Then JJ layup.
That was a broken play.
I'm
Continue,
telling you,
Jordan. Keep going.
Yes,
Jordan.
I can tell you, but I'm just saying though, when y'all start talking about help defense, a lot of the times you don't know what the scouting report is to say against him driving to the rim. I'm okay. I don't need the help. Let's give him open shots because he's not capable of making them at a high volume. So you don't know. You can't say that. So you can't just say.
So I just want to clarify. So are you saying or implying that the only way we can evaluate defense is by watching people guarding the ball because everything else is down?
That's what it sounds like to me.
No,
that's not. I mean, it's not. Obviously, you can say some people are better help defenders, but they might get more permission to do that. Like on a team, they do.
I ain't asked about help defense. I asked about how when LaMelo's guarding someone in the corner and they come off a down screen, is he playing good defense then? I ain't asked about his responsibilities as a Roman coming over and tagging Romans. I know.
What is he doing? What is he doing in that situation, Mars? What is he doing in that situation, Mars?
Well, you got many times where he just gets caught by the screen and then they inevitably have to switch. Then you got the times where he's actually ball watching. He doesn't even realize his man's come off the screen until it's too late, and then he's closing out late. And then you've got the worst times when he starts anticipating the screen and ends up getting face cut right to the basket. Those are the more egregious.
That happens with everybody.
Mars, can we stay there?
But when I'm evaluating, and I don't know why we're bringing up defense in the Jalen Brunson talk, by the way, because Jalen Brunson is a bad defender. But I'm saying that if I'm going to talk about a player and their defense, I think all of those things are relevant other than just, can he stay in front of a guard when the game's on the line? I'm sorry. And in Charlotte, it's very rare that games are on the line, respectfully. So I'm already not seeing a large sample of that. And B, there's another 46 minutes of the game that I got to watch, other than the last 2 minutes to see if he's strapping up. I got to see more than just, in the final 2 minutes.
I agree.
LaMelo can get down in the start.
No, I agree. I agree.
LaMelo in the final 2 minutes of a game can play some really good defense. When he's locked in on the ball and they don't have to exert as much energy because it's not over the course of the game, he can play really good defense.
Jordan,
I think there's a lot of guards. When you only tell them that it's 3 possessions of defense, they can do it. I don't think that's a indicative of this guy's a good defender because for 3 possessions a game they can play. Really good
I'm not saying that in a vacuum.
I'm not in a vacuum, and in a vacuum, I agree. But LaMelo is at best an average defender, and I think I'm being very kind.
But you're saying he's not a good defender. Like he don't play defense.
I said he competes.
He's not a good defender,
and I don't think he does.
I think he's a solid defender.
If you ask most kids who grew up through the AAU circuit, right, they would tell you that there's a way that they're comfortable playing basketball, and then there's a way that's a little uncomfortable playing basketball. A lot of players have to play a different role when they come to the NBA. But if they could all just run and gun the way LaMelo's doing, just give you the ball and just do whatever, they'd be a hell of a lot more comfortable.
And I'm not giving you that at all. LaMelo would have, if he would have went to UCLA, he would have looked like this when he was playing for the Illawarra. When he was playing for the Illawarra Hawks down in Australia. Hey, we seen all these. We seen all these big name prospects go and play down in Australia. Can I get the big name prospects? We seen Alexander Starr. We seen my man AJ Johnson, who couldn't get off the bench for the Illawarra Hawks. We seen all these other prospects go down there. He looked like LaMelo Ball. Every time we watched him play, when he was playing out in Lithuania, he looked like LaMelo Ball. If you put him on the Los Angeles Lakers today, he'll look like LaMelo Ball. If you put him for next to Giannis, he'll look like LaMelo Ball. You put him in the Madison Square Garden, LaMelo Ball is going to be LaMelo Ball. His
game travels with this fan.
Okay.
Yes.
But this is my issue.
Because LaMelo went anywhere he couldn't play his game.
You can't make that argument and then say LaMelo's only playing like this because his team sucks. If you're saying everywhere he goes, he plays the same.
No, he wouldn't shoot the same amount of shots. He wouldn't shoot 24 shots. He wouldn't have the same workload. As a matter of fact, his workload will shrink, and I think he'll get more efficient. But he's still going to do LaMelo Ball shit. He's still going to shoot logo threes. Hold on, wait. He's still going to shoot logo threes. He's still going to shoot one-footed threes. He's still going to shoot fadeaways and turnarounds. He's still gonna make them flashy passes. He's still gonna give you jelly layups. LaMelo Ball is gonna be LaMelo Ball.
But do y'all realize that all the games are close? Do y'all realize
like all the games are close? And they have been. He's been performing well in the clutch. But come
Exactly.
on, Ox. Rewind,
Ron,
Ox.
very
Hold
good
on,
in the
Jordan.
first for them. He's
Hold
been
on,
very good.
hold on, Jordan. Rewind, Ox.
because
Go ahead.
That's because LeVar made sure LaMelo only went where they would let him play this way. That's because LaMelo.
So he let him go to Charlotte?
Because LaMelo's on. I'm talking about all leading up to all of this. He's controlled the narrative and only played where he's allowed to play this way. That's why Ron, you said if he went to UCLA, no. No.
Do you know why he didn't go to UCLA?
At most colleges, I'm not talking about all of them, most college coaches would not let him play that.
They let Lonzo
Do
play
you
like
know
that?
why he didn't go to UCLA?
LaMelo better than Lonzo.
He wasn't
Lonzo-
eligible, right? Because he played pro.
No. That's not why he didn't go to UCLA.
Lonzo,
So the
what
reason
Lonzo
why
got
he
to do with this?
no, hold on.
I'm
This is the
saying
reason
they
why
let
LaMelo
his
didn't
big
go
brother
to
play
UCLA.
like that. And he was next up to come and fill those same shoes. And he would have did the same
LaMelo
thing
would've done
Lonzo
the same
did.
thing
But
at
more.
UCLA.
But
Lonzo
more.
and LaMelo don't got the same game.
Did you watch Lonzo at UCLA? I know
No,
you
I'm saying
did because
is
I was right there watching
Yeah,
it with
he
you.
played the
He was
same.
shooting
Yeah,
logo
Lonzo-
threes. He was running the offense.
Yeah, Ron.
He had the ball in his
Lonzo-
hand. That's exactly
Yes,
what LaMelo would have did. But he would have did
Lonzo and
it.
LaMelo-
He would have did it with a
Lonzo and
little
LaMelo
more
did-
flair. He would have
Yeah,
shot
bro.
more, made more,
But hold
and he
on,
would have made as
Ron.
many passes.
Hold on, Ron.
Lonzo-
I'm gonna tell you why he
Lonzo
didn't go to
game is not the
UCLA.
same.
I can tell you why he didn't go to UCLA. The reason why is because LeVar was mad at what happened with LiAngelo when he got arrested. So he even said out his mouth, he said, so when they did that and they didn't tell my boy why he couldn't come back and play after all the things that he went to, you ain't getting
Because
no
he went to
LaMelo.
another country and was
Look,
stealing.
I'm not.
Yes, but he was
Which
saying
is
that
all
he
his
should have
fault,
got.
by the way.
Explain
Yes,
this
but
to
he
me.
was saying that he should have got suspended. He should have got all of those things. But to say that he's not invited back to the team without no explanation.
Why
after
would
they
he
told
be?
him something
Why would he be invited
Bro.
back? I took you to
Ox,
China and you were out here stealing.
Kids do that
And
at
they're coming-
college all the time. They don't get kicked
Yeah.
off the team.
Yes,
They don't
you
get kicked
should.
off the team.
Look,
Yes,
you
you
can't. If I take, hey, wait. Kids don't go to China and steal all the time,
No,
Jordan.
but
No, they
they've
don't.
done.
No,
Bro,
they
they've
don't.
done a
Hang
lot
on.
of different things and they don't
Yeah,
get
but
kicked off the team.
Jordan, all kids don't go to China and steal. This is
I
another
agree,
country
but
gonna-
I'm saying
you're gonna get Brittany Griner messing around. You're gonna get Brittany Griner going.
I
going
agree.
other
That was
countries
actually
stealing
that was about to happen, Ox. That was about to happen.
Okay, but I agree. But do y'all realize we just talking about stealing?
Oh, I
Kids
know.
steal. They steal in America. They don't get kicked off
All
the team.
kids
They
don't
get suspended.
steal.
No, I'm saying kids on college teams steal. They don't get kicked off the team. Jameis
Oh,
Winston
Lord.
stole. Jameis
what
Winston
are we
stole, and they
even
didn't kick him off the
doing?
team.
How we get here?
Yo, can we turn it back
That's
to basketball for a
that's
second?
Why,
Okay, hang on.
That's why LaMelo didn't go to UCLA.
Lord.
I'm telling you, LeVar said it in the interview. He said that's the reason why he didn't go. Because
Last
way
I
they
checked,
treated
though.
LiAngelo.
Okay, Jordan.
Can
Jordan. Let
we-
me ask you a question. Last I checked, UCLA is not the only school that's in college basketball.
Mhm.
Yes,
Well,
but he wanted him to go to UCLA though.
Okay.
See what I'm saying?
Ox was saying he
LeVar-
only controlled he
controlling
controlled the
the
narrative on where he was going.
LeVar said it in a Vlad
Can I
TV
ask you?
interview.
Can I ask
That
you a
is
question?
exactly
that-
what
He wouldn't let him go play for Bill Self. Why can't he play
That
for
boy
Bill
would've
Self?
turned
Bill
Kansas
Self-
up.
Man, he
because
would
That boy
Bill
would've
Self
turned
ain't
Kansas
going
up.
there. He wouldn't let him
That
play
boy
for Tom
would have
Izzo.
turned Kansas up.
Why
All-American.
can't he go? Why can't he go play for Tom Izzo? Because Tom Izzo ain't going.
That boy,
there.
that boy would have had Michigan State rocking. I'm talking.
Oh,
Come
Lord.
on, man, bro.
yeah.
Y'all, for y'all to tell me
yeah.
that no other college coach in the country wanted LaMelo Ball. Y'all seriously saying that?
I didn't say that. I'm not
Okay.
saying that no college coach wanted because hold on real quick, Pim, because we are back to basketball. We are back on basketball. What I'm saying is this, Jordan. I'm not saying no schools recruited him, no schools didn't want him. I'm pretty sure most schools in the country wanted him, but that don't mean because I'm recruiting you, that I'm gonna let you come play your basketball. You're gonna have to come and play in this system. Yeah, I'm Tom
You can
Izzo.
play
You're
in
gonna
any
have to come
system.
play. You're gonna have to come play Tom Izzo basketball. If you could, you
Or-
come to Bill Self, you're gonna have to come play Bill Self basketball.
And with that
You
being
gonna
said,
have
though,
to-
Ox,
Kyrie play that dude? What kind of basketball Kyrie play that dude?
For 11
He
games?
not. He
Yeah.
not Kyrie.
What kind of basketball he played?
He not Kyrie.
With
Okay.
that being said, though,
Okay.
Ox, there is some truth to what you're saying. You can't go to
I
every
know, that's
program
why
and
I
rock
said
out.
it.
Not every. I do believe he would have went over there and got busy, but that might not have been the best option for him. He probably wouldn't have went to. Well, I mean, obviously he didn't, but I'm saying if he could only go to colleges, if this was in the 90s where players weren't really going overseas, he probably wouldn't have went to Michigan State or Kansas. He probably wouldn't have.
Yeah, but this is 2000s. He going to Michigan State or Kansas if he want to. The reason why LeVar canceled all of that eligibility was because of LiAngelo. he wanted
that's
LiAngelo
what I'm
to
saying.
play with
But
LaMelo.
Jordan,
wasn't eligible
but
to
Jordan,
play
look
in
at- look
college.
how-
Yes,
look
he
how-
did it because of LiAngelo. That's what I'm trying
But
to
look
tell
how
you. He
crazy
wanted
that
I'm not
LaMelo
is.
to
saying
play with
LeVar.
him.
I'm saying I'm pretty sure the NCAA made LaMelo ineligible
Because he went to
Yes,
Lithuania.
LeVar,
Okay.
yes,
Because he was
LeVar
playing
did it though.
overseas and had his own shoe. I don't
LeVar
think
did
he's
it
eligible
though.
to play in
No,
college.
right,
Right,
listen
but
what I'm
Jordan,
saying.
but Jordan,
LeVar,
we heard
What
what
am I
you
doing,
said.
LeVar?
Jordan, we heard what you said. Wait, we heard what you said, Jordan. I get what you're saying, but Jordan, you got to understand how crazy and delusional that sounds, and that just lets you know what was going on in this whole situation. You can't go to UCLA because your brother was in the wrong, was stealing in China, and they won't let him come back, so you can't go there. That just shows how crazy this situation is. That just
I
shows
don't think so. He was a top 3 pick.
that just shows how unserious they were. If that was
He's a top 3 pick.
Unserious that's a bad word, Ox. Come on.
No, it's not.
Yes, it
Yes,
I
it
didn't-
is. How are
I
you
didn't know
unserious?
because Ron, I didn't go far enough. If my older son goes to UCLA and he's stealing in China, and they say you can't come here no more, and so I say, you know what, you can't go there because I don't want them to hold your brother accountable. That just shows how unserious I am about.
Well, it's unserious if that's your only option. If you're
That
LaMelo
shows-
Ball and you got
that's-
every other
that
option in the world to
That
go
shows
hoop,
how
if you
unserious
can
I
go
am
to the
about
if you can go to the Illawarra
I'm not
Hawks and
taking-
get paid and get paid immediately and still be
Okay,
able to
well,
ball,
say
how's
that.
that
He
unserious?
actually
say
came back
that.
to high school.
That's
He
what
actually
I'm
came back to
saying.
high
We-
school.
we-
He actually
I
came
started
back
by
to
saying he went down there.
At the time, everyone was concerned that LaMelo wasn't even going to make it to the league because
I
of how
remember
he
that.
was being handled. Remember, they had the JBL thing, which I don't even know what that was. It was LeVar's own league. It was just pushing him and
It was for
LiAngelo.
LiAngelo.
Yeah, that was terrible. Then, because LaMelo in Lithuania was not good, he barely played, and when he did play, he was a 15.
What do you mean he barely played?
He barely played. The only
Oh, you
time
said
LaMelo
Lithuania. Oh, you said
Yeah.
Lithuania. I thought you were talking
Yeah.
about. Okay, my bad. I thought you were talking about
The only time
Illawarra.
LaMelo played in Lithuania was when they did their exhibition games that LeVar organized, and LiAngelo would put up 92 points. But in the actual Lithuanian league, in which his team was terrible, he was barely playing. And when he did play, he was shooting like 20% from the field. He was bad. He was 16. So everyone was like, is LaMelo going to go to the league? Is LaMelo going to make it to the
I don't
NBA?
think it was a question.
So then he comes back to the States, and luckily he's able to go to Spire. And that's what got him back on national rankings. And he got back in the top 20. And then from that point on, everything pushed on.
And he
But there
didn't
was a
make the
period of time-
All-American team.
There was a period of time where
LeBron
people thought
did.
LaMelo wasn't going to make it because of how he was being handled. So in hindsight, it's like, oh yeah, they knew what they were doing. They didn't know what they were doing.
I think they did know what they were doing. I disagree.
doing.
They
They
definitely knew what they were
LaMelo-
doing, bro.
You
They
you
definitely
can
knew what
carve-
they
you
were doing.
carve- you can swerve out of your lane and get back into it.
I'm explaining why they didn't know what they were doing. Because LeVar had control of LaMelo in terms of the JBL, Lithuania, all of that was LeVar. When LaMelo went to LeVar and said, I want to go back to high school, I want to play in high school because I think that's what's best for me, and LaMelo took control of his own career, that's when things got back on the right track.
He didn't take his own career because he went to
LeVar was
Australia.
unintentionally sabotaging his son's chances of making it in the NBA.
I don't think so.
And
I disagree
everything
with
he was
that.
doing with the JBL and Lithuania was sabotaging LaMelo. LaMelo had to
Disagree.
go to LeVar and say, I want to go back to high school. I want to play in high school because I think that's what's best for me. And LeVar had to agree to that. When LaMelo took control of his own career, that's when things got back on track. With what LeVar was doing, things
Mars,
were
are
going
you
terrible.
sure LaMelo went to LeVar and said that? Are you sure?
Yes, I've seen it with my own eyes
When did you see it?
on their television show.
Okay, I'm just telling you from what LeVar said in the interview. This is exactly what
Okay, and
LeVar
I'm
said.
telling you from what I've seen on the camera.
Yeah, you talking about something that you seen from a reality TV show.
Okay,
I'm telling you what.
and I've seen.
I
I've
would
seen what LeVar
encourage
said in
everybody-
interviews
You're
before,
talking
and
about
it's been
Vlad TV, Jordan. You
Yes,
talking about Vlad.
because they asked him this exact.
That's reality TV.
No, it's not reality TV.
This shit is
They-
fake, bro.
they-
It's
that-
just
that's
someone-
not
I'm
it.
not
It's not
saying
fake.
LeVar was
They
a bad
asked
parent. I
him.
think,
Bro, they
sorry,
asked him
to
this.
teach the Don. I'm not saying LeVar was a bad parent. I think everything LeVar did was intended to be for the betterment of his sons. I think all good parents do what they can to make their sons' lives as good as possible. The issue is the intentions don't always match up with what actually unfolds. I think LeVar had good intentions. He wanted all of his sons to get to the NBA. He thought everything he was doing was the best way to go about it. But in reality, it wasn't the best way to go about it. That's what I'm saying. I'm not questioning LeVar as a parent. I think LeVar is one of the best parents of any athlete we've seen in terms of how much he believes in his sons and how much he tries to get his sons in the spotlight and get them paid and do everything and preach ownership. All of those things are great. But in reality, everything he was doing with LaMelo's career was not good. Lithuania was not good.
but I
JBL was
disagree.
not good.
I disagree when you say this, because number one, they already, once LaMelo started hitting the growth spurt, once he hit his growth spurt, you already knew LaMelo was going to the NBA. You knew that already, regardless of whatever these narratives is. And I think those narratives were created just to make LeVar look like a certain way. But you knew LaMelo when he grew, when all his brothers left Chino Hills, and when he grew to what he was supposed to be, it's like when it was just him.
We didn't know he was going to the league until he got to Illawarra. No, at no point before that.
Come on. Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
Started getting buzzed.
Maybe y'all did. I didn't.
Bro,
Illawarra is where he started.
I've been telling you about LaMelo Ball since what, 2016?
Bro, LeVar knew that LaMelo was that dude, so he tried to leverage LiAngelo.
2016, he was 5'1". Like, come on, man. Y'all didn't know he was gonna be 6'8". On top of that, I'm gonna go a step further too,
when was he 5'1"? When was he that small?
Bro, he was never 5'1". He was never 5'1".
5'8", 5'1".
He was a freshman.
He was a baby.
Right.
Nope, you didn't know he was at that point. You didn't know that. But what I'm saying is,
you knew he was going to the NBA, bro.
No, maybe y'all thought that, but he wasn't that good yet.
Crazy revisionist history.
But I'm saying once he grew and start playing basketball, got taller. It was like, okay, he got action. But back then, he was a baby.
In high school, you knew he was going to the NBA. LeVar tried to leverage that. LeVar tried to leverage LiAngelo with LaMelo. That's what he tried to do. He tried to say, hey, here's one. Take this guy with you. That's why he was mad at UCLA, because they was going to get LiAngelo and LaMelo.
So unserious.
All right, so we about to backpedal. We about to backpedal because we talking in circles. Ken, I know you said you wanted to talk ball. Was there anything specifically in this conversation that you wanted to touch?
Sure. When a dude puts up really big numbers, we tend to assume his teammates are bums. So I wanted to ask the question: over the last 5 games, the Charlotte Hornets have lost all 5 games, unsurprisingly. Okay. Mm-hmm. The last 3 games that LaMelo played, which were the first 3 games of that stretch, he took 38 shots, 30 shots, and 35 shots. They lost by 6, 11, and 4. And then something kind of miraculous. 38,
say the
30,
point,
and 35.
Yeah, Melo, get him up.
Hold on. Say the point,
Melo.
One of them is a
44
50,
and 32.
44. There you go. What are we talking about?
Run the video game numbers,
38, 50 points on 38 shots. I guess so. That's cool.
Hey, Morris.
Hang on.
I'm 13 free throws.
But this is when I say.
Morris, hold on, right quick, Pen. Hey, Morris, remember PC weekend? Remember when you got on the sticks? Remember you played that WNBA game?
Some bad shots.
Yeah, exactly.
He's taking a lot of shots is my point. And at the end of the day,
he had 32 on that 35 shots. You still hyping that, Jordan? You hyping that, Jordan?
No, what are we doing here?
What it is? It's a bad game.
That's great basketball.
So what I'm saying is he's taking a lot of shots and his team is losing. Yeah, they're not a good team. Y'all say it's because his teammates are bums. So I'm always interested. They're not. Because I'm always interested in understand. Hold on. Jordan, you agree the NBA is the best league in the world, right? It's hard. It's hard, right? You agree that the New York Knicks are a pretty decent team?
Correct.
They're pretty decent.
You're gonna say they're pretty talented. One without
they lost by 1 without him.
I know he's gonna say that.
So that's a bum, right? And they lost by 3 to the Atlanta Hawks. Bums. So my point is, that's what I consider empty calories. If your team is not significantly better when you're playing, if the record does not dictate that, like my point is, if I go 5-20 with you and I go 5-20 without you, what are you really doing for me? If you're a star, that's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking role player. I'm talking star. If Nikola Jokic misses 20 games, I expect his team to get worse. If his team didn't get worse, that would be a miracle. If Jalen Brunson misses time,
it's funny you mention this though, because it was a quote unquote top 3 player that just missed a lot of time.
Luka Doncic.
What about?
Oh, for sure.
What about when Ja missed with the with the Grizzlies?
How when Ja missed with the Grizzlies?
But that's about. But hang on. We don't call the Mavs. We don't call his teammates bums, though, do we? When Paolo is
sometimes they do.
I don't call the Mavs team bums. They got a lot of good players on that team. They're a title contender for a reason. Okay, hang on. They got some depth. They got some really good pieces out there. We don't consider the Dallas Mavericks supporting cast around Luka the same way we consider the Charlotte Hornets supporting cast around LaMelo Ball. Certainly, we do not say the same thing about Paolo's supporting cast in Orlando, who is thriving without him as well. So these are different situations. Okay, when you are a one-man show where you get all the credit when you score 35, but you get none of the blame when your team wins 18 games on the season because your teammates are bums. This is the narrative that drives me crazy, because you're a super high usage player. You have the basketball in your hands. You are dictating flow, and therefore you are largely responsible for the results of your teammates as well, because your teammates are only going to get in rhythm when they have the basketball. Now, without him on the court, these bums are coming within 1.5 points to 2 points against two teams that are currently much better than them. They played above their heads, did they not?
But let's stretch that over a 30-game stretch and see what
Hold on, but that's
we're about to get a 2-week stretch.
There's a really quick second point on this too. It's different to say LaMelo has played like a top 5 point guard this season by your stats, by your eye test. He is a very talented player, super talented player, one of the most talented players in the NBA. Forget point guard. He's one of the most talented players in the NBA. Okay. However, can we ignore the 4 years of injury history? Are we going to ignore that?
No, of course not.
So when I take De'Aaron Fox over him, it is largely because I am taking the proven commodity, I am taking the two-way commodity, and I am taking a commodity that knows how to win, that I guarantee is impacting winning. Because if De'Aaron Fox is taken out of Sacramento for a 20-game stretch, I'll guarantee you that team is going to get worse. And that's the difference. And I don't consider De'Aaron Fox's teammates bums, because you know what? Great players usually don't play with bums for very long.
Yeah, but Penn, let's go through the roster. Who isn't a bum on the Hornets?
De'Aaron Fox played with bums for about 6 years.
No, but hold on.
They just now put some new tires on that car. Just recently.
But hold on, though, Ron. Let's go to the Charlotte Hornets. Somebody pull up the Charlotte Hornets roster. Let's go through bums on the team. Like it's not even close. Like
Josh Green's not a bum. Mitchich is not a bum. Brandon Moore's not a bum.
Josh Green is on his way to be a bum, on his way to be out the NBA soon. Trust me. Give it about a good 2 to 3 years. Josh Green on his way out the NBA. Mitchell's definitely gonna go back to Europe. He's gonna go back to Europe.
That doesn't mean he's a bum. That doesn't mean he's a bum, though.
Yes, it does.
It does not. No, it doesn't.
Let's distinguish this, though. Let's distinguish
Mitchich was out the rotation. The only reason he's back in it is because they're going through an injury crisis. Mitchich was playing for all intents and purposes like a bum. How good he was overseas,
and he's gonna go back to Europe.
In the Olympics. How good do you think he is at basketball is irrelevant when what he was doing on the floor for the Hornets was playing like a bum. The reason he's only playing right now is because the whole team is hurt. Mitchich has not been good for the Hornets.
And how's that going, Mars? Since he's been back in the lineup, how's that going?
He's not good.
The same.
He hasn't been good.
Mitchich is a good player in Europe, bro. He's gonna be a really good player.
I'll give you the quickest history lesson.
What he's been for Charlotte is bad.
I'll give you the quickest history lesson ever. Wow, okay. 2013, the Toronto Raptors decide that they're going to blow shit up, and they trade the star Rudy Gay, right? Yep. Who is a very inefficient, very terribly optimized star.
Rudy Gay was
very average player now. Yep. But at the time, he was a top 10 pick, and he was the first option over in Memphis. And a lot of people were gassing them up, saying that he might be a future all-star because he put up big numbers and he took a lot of shots. Okay. Yeah. My point is, the Raptors traded him for 4 bums. Bums including Chuck Hayes, bums including Gravis Vasquez, bums including Patrick Patterson, bums including John Salmons. Hang on, those are bums, right?
John Salmons wasn't a bum. Don't do that.
I agree they're not bums because they were really good basketball players that did all the other stuff that Rudy Gay didn't want to do. They played defense. They set screens. They spaced the floor. They made great passes. My point is that those 4 bums ended up sparking We the North. That's the first time the Raptors made the playoffs. They were 6-12 when they traded Rudy Gay. They ended the season on 47 wins. My point is that these players.
Hold on, Penn. Context. Wow, who else was over there?
DeMar and Kyle. But they were. Hang on, they were on this. But my point is, they were on the same team with Rudy Gay.
Yes, but Rudy Gay. Why is this comparison with LaMelo? Rudy Gay is not nowhere near better than DeMar DeRozan.
Gravis Vasquez impacted winning about as much, if not more, than Rudy Gay that year.
Gravis Vasquez is 6'7", too, 6'6". He's a good point guard. He's a good point guard.
And he was one of the
Grievous clears LaMelo.
Great.
No, the hell he
No, he
don't.
doesn't.
Come on.
No, he doesn't.
Come on.
But
All right.
what I'm trying to say is that there are
Do your
certain
research on
players that are
Grievous.
consistently undervalued around the league because they don't do the things that our eyes are naturally trained to watch. And that's what I'm saying. At the end, the win is the win because every win and every loss comes down to one thing. Did you score more than the other team? So if your defense and your piss poor defense gives up 20 extra points a game that would not be surrendered with you on the court, I don't really care that you score 25 points because you just added 5. That's why.
Who on the Hornets team can you take off this team besides Trey Mann and Brandon Miller and Miles Bridges, which is they pretty decent right now. But
Again,
all those role players that we calling bums.
Can we wait?
Hold on. All those role players that we calling bums. Who on those players can you take off this team and say you can be a really good piece on a playoff team? Which one? Is it Misic? Is it Green?
If I'm not mistaken, wasn't Josh Green on Dallas in their rotation?
And what did they do
it's a
with him,
reason why
Phil?
he's not on Dallas.
Right. What did they do with him?
It's a reason why they shipped him all the way over to the East Coast. I don't even think they knew which team they were sending him to. They just said get him out of here.
Because he wanted to hold, because he was trying to hold Luka accountable because he was going at Luka Doncic. You're not allowed to do that. That's
no, because he was an idiot going at Luka
Doncic. Been
Doncic.
better with LaMelo on the court every year of his career. Every single
Who's been better?
Mars, we know this.
But we know
that already. That goes without
every year of
saying.
his career.
How much?
Ken is so analytical and understands nuance and context. Until it's time to talk about a player on a losing team, all of a sudden it just wins and losses. That doesn't make sense to me. Like now we're judging, oh, well, the Hornets only lost by 1 without LaMelo, so therefore they must be not that bad. When that's stupid.
Well,
like,
no, I'm not saying that his teammates are great. I'm just saying
Brandon Miller just started doing what LaMelo did, started shot shooting.
Yeah,
but now Brandon Miller's good. But Brandon Miller, when he was the focal point of the offense,
I didn't say Brandon Miller's good. I'm saying he's not a bum. You can't.
No, he's not. He's not one of the bums. But the other guys are.
I mean, I would argue he is, but that's a whole different conversation.
I don't think so.
Every year of LaMelo's career, they've been far better with him on the floor than off.
Yes,
but the only measure you're using to see that LaMelo's not impactful is that they're losing regardless. I think that's
when has he had a really competent backup, Mars?
Who LaMelo?
Yes. When he's not on the
told me Mitchell is good.
Okay. I think Mitch is
so he has one right now.
Okay. What I'm trying to say is that when you dominate possessions, your teammates inevitably fall out of rhythm throughout the game. Okay? So when you don't play, your team has to find they have to chart a new game plan because your skills are irreplicable. There's no player on the Hornets, just like there's no player on the Pistons that can replicate what Cade and LaMelo do. So when you don't play, your team has to find a new game plan. And what I'm trying to say is if at the end of the game, what we're trying to do is win basketball games, then ideally you having that level of possessions or you having that level of usage is conducive to your team actually winning. So when your team is relatively even with you not playing games, and then they're relatively even with you playing games, like it's not really having that level of impact. And if you are having an impact, it's a minimal amount of impact. But I'm measuring stars by if you don't play, your team kind of falls off a little bit. I mean, LeBron James left Cleveland. Hang on, LeBron James left Cleveland.
What are you saying about Luka right now, Pin? Just out of curiosity, I just really want to know.
I'm saying that whoever's playing in his place is basically a massive defensive upgrade over him, clearly. And Kyrie having the basketball is not a bad outcome because he's very good at it.
So trade Luka?
No. I'm not saying trade Luka.
Okay, this is the
point.
Hold on.
Career, there's about a 5 points per 100 possession swing negatively when he's off the floor.
So hold on, though, Mars. On the game,
worse without him in his career.
But on the game that he scored 50, right? Let me tell you, and they lost by. He scored 50, and they lost by 6? Okay. Go to what Diabate did in that game. 0 for 4. Go to what Grant Williams did. 2 for 6. Cody Martin, 2 for 7. 0 for 4 for your boy Misic. What? And they lost by what? 6. That's all the signs of
only judge people's contributions.
You played basketball long enough to know that if you take a lot of shots, like why do you think LeBron and Jokic and guys like this take so much time to establish their team getting in rhythm? They get guys
Of course.
easy shots early.
Of
They
course.
get guy that layup. They get the guy the ball to let him cook a
but-
little bit because you want the players in rhythm. When you don't
Yeah,
touch the basketball
Pin.
6-7 times down the court, you're not playing defense the same way, and you're very out of rhythm when you suddenly get a grenade at the end of the shot clock. What I'm asking is, what quality of shots are you really creating for your team? Now, I think LaMelo
7
is a
shots is a lot
great.
of shots for a kid, though. 7 shots is a lot of shots, I think, for Cody Martin. I think he should go more than 2 for 7.
What? Unless you look at the shots, what is the context of those shots? Were they late clock? Were they wide open?
I don't know. I can look at them. Yeah,
Definitely. Go look at them
Yeah.
and tell me, were they like, is he smoking open layups? Is he smoking transition threes? Is he I look at shot difficulty. Like when you look at a defender, right? Like we were talking about LeBron earlier. LeBron's defense needs to be put into context. His matchup difficulty is very easy this year. He's not guarding good players and he's struggling. So that adds context. If he had Herb Jones and OG Anunoby's defensive, matchup difficulty, and then suddenly he's struggling, that adds a layer and nuance. So when guys are missing, I want to know, what quality of shots are you actually getting? Are you getting the grenades when your star is stuck with 2 seconds on the clock and he's just throwing it out to you and you got to fire a Hail Mary? Because that counts 0 for 1.
Yeah, but so far, no, he's been getting transition shots where he's just breaking them.
That's
transition
usually
shot.
Caleb Martin's part.
That's it. He usually
open
get
threes.
transition shots or open shots. He's not getting like grenades. He haven't got 1 grenade yet. He's just been breaking them. That's it.
But all right,
I
fellas,
got right now 17 seconds.
I got to step in and grab the wheel right now. Shout out to everybody that's in here. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you are subscribed to Player's Choice. Make sure you keep going in the chat. And ultimately, I want to shout out our Hall of Famers. Y'all know the faces. Y'all know the names. But in case you don't, Cobra Son of Raditz, Multi Kenny, he's been in the stream, Hunting Gilgores, and KT. Those are our Hall of Famers. Salute to you guys. Shout out to them. And also, one more thing. Make sure that you are downloading PrizePicks. And when you do, use the promo code Player's Choice. Well, the promo code The Panel. You guys know the panel on Player's Choice, but make sure you're using promo code panel. Join in on the action and run your game. PrizePicks makes it easy to get real money on the action sports that you love and the players that you love too. All you got to do is pick more or less on 2 or more players in any sport to win up to 200 times your entry fee. It's that simple, y'all. And also, we have a pretty big announcement as well, y'all. We will be on Playback's main stage for every Friday this month. So you guys make sure not to just show up, but to show out. Come check us out on Fridays. We will be there this Friday. We'll be watching the Lakers and the Hawks. So that will be our first game. So now we'll get down to the bottom of how washed LeBron really looks. We'll get down to the bottom of whether Trae Young is, in fact, the best passer in the NBA. We'll get down to the bottom of whether the Lakers actually need to make moves. And ultimately, we'll get down to whether we are the best people on the main stage on Playback. But we need you guys to do us a favor and pull up and enjoy the game with us. Watch the game with us. It's going to be me. It's going to be Mars. It's going to be Chilltown. It's going to be Big Ox and maybe some of the other guys too. But y'all be sure to put that on your calendars. We're going to go ahead and have a good ass time on the main stage on Playback. But let's keep it pushing, y'all. Chill, Mars, you excited about that?
Let's do it.
Damn, no shout out to me. That's okay. Let's go.
Are you pulling
Jordan,
up?
First of all, Jordan, you just got on the crew. Let's be clear about that.
Are you pulling up, Jordan?
You a rook. You still carrying bags. So
he Brandon Miller.
Let's relax.
Damn.
You don't have that vet status yet. You just got on the crew. You still carrying bags. So
okay. I got donuts for the next time I pull up.
Thank you. Okay. Thank you very much, sir. And a newspaper for me too, sir. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Oh, my bad. Okay, OJ, chill. My bad, OG.
Thank you very much. I appreciate
it.
Jordan
wouldn't know where to find no newspaper.
Yes, he would.
Mm-hmm. I know where to get him at.
He's been around the program. He know what time it is.
It's okay. Every time I pull up with Chill, now I got to pull up with a newspaper, man. Some donuts and some coffee.
Thank you very much.
Hey Jordan, maple or glazed? Preferably glazed.
Glaze gang.
But no, I'm super excited for the Playback. Y'all know.
Am I the only person who likes Boston cream?
Boston cream is not good.
It's not good. It's not good.
No.
Yo, I got sugar addictions, man.
Mars, I ain't never seen Mars on Playback. Mars got a. Mars got to pull up on Playback. I ain't seen Mars on there.
Mars and I have done plenty of playback games. Mars, how many playback games have we done? More than one.
Too many.
Yeah.
Too many.
I've never seen Mars on Playback either.
They didn't let me on Playback no more. But now we're on the main stage. All of a sudden, they need the star player to show up.
There it is. They kicked me off. They kicked me off.
When it's on the regular page, yeah, Mars will get
It was-
playbacks. Oh, the main stage. Oh, we need the viewers. Mars, save us. I guess.
I tried to get on Playback. I tried to get on Playback with Mars, and Ox said, "Wait a minute, Jordan, you don't want to get on Playback with me?" Sunday come, Ox ain't even get on Playback. It was me and Chill.
No, I had a work thing, but all I was saying was that me and you were scheduled that day. But then you had said something like, "Oh, on Sunday." I'm like, "Hold on." I was like, "Hold on, Jordan, we scheduled for Sunday." And then I forgot I had a very important work thing. It was very important. I had to be there.
Stuck me with Chill.
Yeah, but playbacks are dope though. I love playbacks because we can actually watch the game, break down the game live. You know, as it's happening though. We don't got to go back and watch it. I prefer it that way. You know what I'm saying? It's dope.
In real time. Word.
Yeah.
Is there
I'm
a
all
reason
for
we're
that.
doing
I'm all for
Lakers
that.
Hawks and not Bucks Celtics?
Yeah, there's a reason. I'm not gonna get into it, but there's a reason. But at the same time, hey, we get the GOAT, we get the point guard, we get an MVP candidate, AD, and then we get one of the best upcoming rising stars, Jalen Johnson.
Yeah, I guess he was saying Dyson Daniels the GOAT. I don't know what's going on.
Obviously,
he talking,
Bron.
he talking,
What's up?
the GOAT.
What?
He talking about Bronny, not Bron.
What time is that, Ron? Are they playing in Atlanta?
Yeah, they in Atlanta, 7:30 Eastern time.
Perfect.
So it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be cool. But all right, y'all. Daniel Day sent through a super chat. He said Bron is officially washed, not even physically. His IQ, playmaking, and inability to read and react. D'Lo is their second best player from what I'm watching. Pretty sure most data even points to that.
So is he saying Bron's getting stupider?
Yes. Not as smart as he used to be.
Like on some, I guess he got dementia. I guess he got dementia now. Like,
making dumb
Bron's
plays.
senile at 39.
Ain't no way D'Lo their second best player though.
I think he's talking about on-off data. I think like most of their best lineups include D'Lo. In terms of like net rating and stuff, I think he's like one of the highest on the team.
But if you're watching the game, no.
Oh no, I'm just saying what I think he's talking about. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I'm not saying I agree.
I'll be watching the games and I'll just be pissed off at D'Lo, bro.
That's because you have expectations of him because you was wrong.
I do. I like him as a player.
Mars, he's an NBA player. He's supposed to have expectations. He ain't been good.
Jordan thought D'Angelo was like good.
He was good. Yeah, he disappointed me. He was good. He was good with the Warriors a little bit. It was a little struggle for them, but he was still good. Minnesota, I thought he was decent. Everybody talked shit about him in Minnesota. I was okay with how he played in Minnesota. Give him some time, but this shit he doing with the Lakers, I don't want to give him no more time because it's gonna make me not like him.
All right, next we got a super chat from MP13. He said the Lakers should be doing what the Warriors are doing with Steph. 26 to 30 minutes a night and surrounded by athletes to compensate for him on defense while running the offense through AD.
They don't have the personnel to do that.
And that's too much shit that he's talking about right now.
But the Lakers could have had Buddy though.
Buddy ain't been playing good the last few games.
Yeah, but he's been
they don't have the personnel to do that. That's number one. They don't have the personnel to do that. Two, they rely heavily on James like they've always done. And coming into this season, that's exactly where they were with him. He was going to be their mainstay, their primary ball handler, one of their best scorers. So in order to be that, with the personnel that they have, he's going to have to play 30-plus minutes. He can't play 26, 27 minutes like Curry can play in Golden State because, much to my chagrin, Steve Kerr said that they got a deep team this year. I wasn't aware of that, how deep that team was. Their team is a lot deeper this year. Yes, that team is a lot deeper this year than it's been in the past. This Laker team is not that way, which means that they have to play James a lot more. And plus, they
think the play style is different, Chill. I also think the play style is different. Like the Warriors don't rely on somebody beating somebody off the dribble or somebody making a tough shot. They move that ball around until breakdowns happen.
The Warriors, the Lakers, the first half of what they were doing, the ball was moving. The ball stopped moving.
Stopped now.
The ball stopped moving. I don't know why the ball stopped moving as much.
Exactly. because LeBron started
as
taking
much
over
lately. So I mean, the ball was moving, and the offense was. They had a top 5 offense at that point.
Yeah,
Ball
LeBron
100%
started taking over, and now they start taking these badass shots, these tough ass shots, and it's just to me, bro. Like I talked about early in the season when they had that top 5 offense, ball was hopping, boom, 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 move, action. Now it's hold it in triple threat, look around, call for a screen, pick on him. Like y'all ain't got that type of personnel to be doing this dynamic stuff, man. Like stop it. But hey, man, now they ain't gonna tell LeBron what to do, man. I went viral and I said, LeBron, do what? Kill the point guard position. I'm gonna stand on it.
Realist123 said GOAT LeBron is not washed. He's just playing way too many games. Nobody wants to mention the horrific 5-game schedule we had. He will be back, and we will be lifting that Larry O this season.
Nobody wants to mention it when Lakers media talks about it all the time.
All the time, Penn. Every chance y'all get. Okay, I think they went on the road. They had 5 games and like 8 nights or some stuff like that. And now he's playing too much.
So everybody goes on road trips. We do
right.
a 6-game road trip every season.
Yeah. What difference does it make? I mean, you didn't. I'm 100% confident you didn't say anything when y'all went on that 6-game win streak when y'all beat Philly and Toronto and Memphis and San Antonio. You ain't have a word to say about that. But he's playing too much. Even though he was playing in those games, give me a break, man. These dudes get paid to play. It's that simple. They get paid to play. They take care of their bodies to play. James is older. We still expect James to be what he was when he was younger, and he's not. Now, what we're not going to do is we're not going to say, well, James needs to start playing less. Well, that's not going to happen, considering what the Lakers built over there. They built that unit around James and Anthony Davis. And if that unit is built around James and Anthony Davis, he can't play less. That's not the way that works.
Ron, why you read that one? Hold on. I was waiting on you to read the other joint with the long name.
Yeah, I wanted to see how Ron read.
Yeah, I want to see how you gonna break that down.
I wanted to see the attempt too.
Yeah.
Cultured Bandit said, like bro in the chat said, if LaMelo's name was Lamelovich, Penn would be calling him a top 20 player of all time.
Oh man, y'all always mess with Penn with that, man.
Shout out to Lamelovich, man.
Lamelovich
is kind of
start calling him Lamelovich.
Need some more help.
I don't care where you're from.
There you go. Penn has spoken.
All right.
LaMelovich is cool though.
Sent through a member's chat. He said, "What's Jordan obsession with height?
Height matters. What are you talking about?
Because height matters.
Basketball.
In basketball, especially if somebody is 6'7" and they average 15 points a game, and then there's somebody that's 5'11" averaging 15 points a game, give me the guy that's 6'7", gang. There it is.
What's wrong with liking tall guys? There's nothing wrong with it.
Would you focus, Mara?
Whoa, Ron.
Most people do like tall guys.
They do. See? I'm living proof.
Mias Leonard? Mr. Leonard. Thank you for
Mayas Leonard. Is it Mayas Leonard?
Take the M out and put a P in it. What does that spell? Peas. Me's.
I don't know.
But in English, though, it don't always work like that with the English language.
Leonard,
English, such a fraudulent language. That language don't make no sense. I swear.
Right, it's dumb. But Ron, I don't know if you still with the Mister, but it's 2025, bro. Just you know what I'm saying.
Is it already?
I'm thinking of Myers Leonard. Myers Leonard. So Myers Leonard. That could probably would it be Myers Leonard.
Leonard, thank you for joining. Thank you for joining, Leonard. Also, Young Lord became a YouTube member. So shout out to the Young Lord. Appreciate you for coming through. Big Long became a YouTube member.
Yikes.
Also on the pronunciation thing, Chello's right.
It's Peace. It's Me's Leonard. Oh, okay.
Shout out to Peace.
Chill, you used to
How
teach
you know?
English?
I did, as a matter of fact.
He asked.
I figured.
Condrill sent through a member's chat. He said, in PrizePicks, it's called more or less.
That's what it's called.
W Ron. W host Ron. W host Ron.
All right, y'all. We got some other games that happened last night, so we're gonna run through those right quick, and then we got some other good things over the last hour to talk about. ESPN dropped the top 25 under 25 list.
Dropped a what?
They dropped the 25 under 25 list.
That
So we got to get to that.
That was crazy. That was crazy, Rod.
You thought it was garbage?
That list was egregious, but
Go ahead, Ron.
Chill,
I'm sorry.
we can't take any ESPN list seriously after they didn't put any African long distance runners on the top 100 athletes.
They did.
They put
race
car drivers
no.
top 20.
They didn't. Go ahead, Ron. I'm sorry if I
Go back
interrupted.
to the twat list, Ron.
And then also,
that was crazy work.
Pause.
That
then
was
also-
crazy. Rod.
and then also too, tonight is the NBA Cup, the last night of the round robin games. So we got to get into those. It is two very big games tonight, three very big games tonight. So we got to talk about those games and all of that good stuff too. But before we get to that, let's just talk about the remaining games that happened last night. We're not going to spend too much time on this. We're just going to inform the viewers of what happened. So this is what it is, y'all. The Boston Celtics played against, well, it wasn't much of a game, but the Miami Heat were there in the arena, but the Celtics won 108-89. The Celtics have improved to 17-4, and the Heat right now are under 500 at 9-10. You can see on the screen, Jalen Brown had 29 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists. Thoughts on this game?
Another consistent Jason Tatum performance.
I was just about to say another inefficient Jason Tatum last night.
He didn't look that
letting
good?
guys, letting guys off the hook. Not
And they
maximizing.
won by 20.
Yeah, they smoked them. Yeah, they did. They smoked them dudes, and that was largely due to everybody else. It wasn't because of Jason Tatum's ability to shoot, because that wasn't going on. I mean, him getting slowed down by Tyler Hero, I did not appreciate that at all. Him letting those guys off the hook. I stand on this logic. Jason Tatum goes to the rim to get fouled. He does not go to the rim to score the basketball. He's looking to get to the stripe. If he scores, that's a plus, but he's going to the rim to get fouled. I have yet to see him more this season punch on guys. He's 6'9". Why he doesn't dunk the ball at the rim more, that tells me that he hasn't been as aggressive as I would like for him to be. I think he lets guys off the hook with those threes, even though I think that's largely due to why they play the way they do. I believe I said to Mars yesterday in the chat. I turned the game. No, it was Ox. I turned the game off yesterday because I watched Jalen Brown get a rebound right in front of the rim and kick it out to the long ball line for a 3. I watched Al Horford get a rebound in the lane and kick it out for a 3. All of this stuff is by design. I can't continue to watch that kind of
That's
basketball.
good basketball, chill.
I can't. It's very difficult to watch from time
All
to
this
time.
bad
And I
Tatum
know it's the
talk,
game.
Jason Tatum still shooting 47 and 37?
Yep.
Average 28.
Chill, but that's good basketball. Chill.
Nice.
That's what basketball is now. We got to evolve with it.
I do, and I respect that, Ox, and I've done everything that I can to evolve with the times. You know, you adapt or you die. It's that simple. And I know that it's still just taking me some time, because in basketball, when you get the ball, rebound, and you're wide open at the rim, I'm not looking at whomever is at the long ball line 22 feet away from the basket. I'm right here. Put the ball in the rim. Put the ball in the basket.
The analytics say threes after a rebound is the best shot. That's what the analytics
Is that true, Mars?
Well, they're the best type of threes because they're wide open more often than not. Wide open and rhythm catch and shoot. But I mean, a layup is still better than a wide open three.
I agree. Thanks.
All right, y'all. On to our next game. The Bulls and the Pistons squared off in Chicago.
Yeah, Josh.
Yeah, the Bulls and the Nets. The Bulls and the Nets. They squared off last night, and the Bulls put 128 on the Nets. The Nets only scored 102, and the Bulls are now 9. Both teams are now 9-13. But this was in large part due to a triple-double from Mr. Giddey. Josh Giddey had 20 points, 13 rebounds, and 11 assists. Shout out Josh Giddey coming through with the triple.
Josh what? Josh who?
Giddey.
Oh, you said Josh Diddy. That went crazy.
Yo, Jordan, will you stop?
Damn, Jordan.
I thought that's what he said. It sounded like what he said. I was like, what?
Nah.
Come on, man.
Okay. Man, we're going to have to play that back. Ron snuck that in there. I'm telling y'all. Ron snuck that in there.
We talked about this game, but the Wolves did beat the Lakers 109-80. Rudy Gobert has 17 points, 12 rebounds. The Lakers are now 12-9, and the Wolves are now 500 at 10-10.
Nice.
The Atlanta Hawks beat the New Orleans Pelicans.
I love this kid right here, yo.
Not a surprise. 124-112. The Hawks are now 500 at 11-11, and the Pelicans are continuing their downfall They are now 4-18. Damn,
I was very
That's on
surprised.
glass.
The Hawks don't
Bro.
normally beat bad teams, so I was very surprised. The game was close in like the third as well.
Bro,
So the
the
Hawks pulled away, bro.
Pelicans, man,
was
just
surprised.
get rid of that franchise now.
Love his effort on the glass. Love this kid.
I love
Great
everything he
athlete.
does still.
I love his effort on defense. Love him in transition. He's one of those guys that I think he could dunk from the free throw line. I'm not sure if he can do it, but I think he can. I think he can dunk from the free throw line. And I love the athlete that he is. He's one of them. Him and Dyson Daniels are the reason why I watch the Atlanta Hawks. Don't get me wrong. I think Trae Young is great, but this kid Jalen Johnson and Dyson Daniels, they're the reason why I watch the Hawks.
Y'all seen that dunk last
Bro.
night?
Yeah, I want to say DeAndre Hunter, career year.
Yeah, he.
Mars, we
I don't know how
about six
DeAndre
man of the
Hunter
year.
became good.
We
but
talk
he-
about six
he
man of
nice
the year.
this
He's in
year.
that conversation. Yes, he is.
He been
100%.
nice
One of
this year.
the
He sped up his
one of
release.
the better rotation
Finally,
players
so
in the
he
game.
actually getting his shot.
All
They
right.
look good.
Mhm.
DeAndre
All right,
Hunter
but
been
let's
nice,
talk
I wanna say that.
let's talk about the Pelicans. Let's move them to Montreal, bro. Move the Pelicans to Montreal.
Why are we
We
moving
need
them to
another
Montreal?
That's-
We
that's
wasn't
not a
moving them to
bad
Montreal.
idea.
So we need another Canadian team, and just I don't know. It's just what they doing in New Orleans is just.
We
And
wasn't
I
moving
love
them
New
to
Orleans.
Montreal
Not a bad
last year.
idea.
I love
Edmonton,
New Orleans.
maybe
Mexico
Edmonton.
City. Mexico City.
Huh? Mexico City is cool, but let's move them to Montreal. Look, I love New Orleans.
Yeah, Vancouver.
God
That's why
damn,
Vancouver-
man. God damn, man. I'm so sick of the New Orleans Pelicans being that bad.
They've been
They are
hurt.
bad.
Man, they always hurt. Man, stop. I don't think like the Zion.
Yeah.
Zion took his shirt off and they showed his tattoos, and I wasn't even thinking about the tattoos. I'm like, bro, you are out of shape, bro. You are clearly fat, bro. Like you are.
That full
clearly
body
not
look like
exactly
mine,
that.
Jordan.
Yeah, bro. It's like, bro, you ain't playing. Like, what are you doing, bro? Like, how,
Chubby ass
how does
boy.
a- bro, at 20, how old is Zion? 25?
24, I think.
Bro, how are you built like
he too young to be looking like that.
yes, and you play basketball. Come on, bro. Like, come on, bro. That just, bro, that's incredibly unacceptable for Zion, bro. Like, it's unacceptable.
I think those pictures were doctored a little bit. The video.
No, it wasn't doctored. They wasn't doctored. Move his ass to Montreal so he can freeze in the cold. There it is. Let's make his ass.
What?
He needs some chirotherapy. That's what he needs, boy. He got to get all that off him.
It might not be a bad idea. That humidity might not be no good for him.
Because all he want to do is drink soda and eat cookies and all that stuff when it's hot outside.
Mountain
need to
Dew and
go-
po' boys.
Yeah, bro. He tripping, bro.
I mean, y'all, hey, the grass always look greener on
They
the other
said-
side. But
They
all
said-
I'm trying to
they
say
needed
is
no
the
crawfish
grass
claws.
up in Montreal is stockpiled with snow. Hey, they got that.
Fire.
They got
That
French,
French
snow
snow?
up there too. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes,
No,
sir.
Hey.
I just want to make sure I'm understanding y'all correctly. Yeah, so I just want to make sure I'm understanding. Y'all want to move him up to Montreal where it's freezing,
Yep.
and he don't work out now. So now we gonna put him in the snow. We want to isolate him into an Eskimo, which is what he gonna turn into.
His ass
You
need
know
to
what, Chill?
and hard
I
at
heard
all
that they don't
times.
like the
They don't breathe
Eskimo
hard
word no
enough.
more. We can't say
Yeah, they don't.
Eskimo no more.
And that's crazy to me.
crazy.
That's crazy to me.
I didn't know that. That's news.
but-
to me. I
Yeah,
didn't
chill.
know
Oh,
that.
Don't worry
anyway,
about it.
Children
Don't worry
got
about it.
cancelled. Oh,
Nah,
Any-
don't worry
any-
about it, Chill.
Anyways,
I'm
Can't say that.
offended. I'm
Chill.
just saying. I'm offended. I feel offended.
chill. You know when it's cold outside and you be breathing like, ooh, shit, it's
Yeah.
cold. We need Zion to breathe like that year round. His ass just do too much relaxing, putting on the AC, sitting back, taking a nap with the AC on and shit. Come on, Zion. Come on, man.
Jordan, I
I'm
went
tired of this.
outside. I went outside to take my kids to school this morning. It was 28 degrees.
There you go.
Oh,
Exactly.
shit.
We need Zion to be like that.
Oh,
We need Zion to be like that, bro, because he relaxing too much in the AC with gumbo, crawfish, po' boys, and the women he be buying. You know what I'm you know
what's the name of the for the restaurant again, Ox?
What, Papa Dogs?
No, the other ones.
They don't got Papa Do's.
Was it Po? Po
Yeah, you got
Boys?
the Po' Boys.
Oh, they got a
Nah, he-
restaurant called Po' Boys down there.
I'm pretty sure I told you in New Orleans you can stop at the gas station to get a po' boy, a gumbo, all that.
Yeah.
So when his chef saying, "Hey Zion, I just cooked you some food," and he said, "All right, I gotta go put gas in my car." He ain't gonna put gas in his car. He gonna put gas in his stomach. That dude.
He
that
talking
dude-
about just put it in a to-go container.
Yeah,
That boy get to the gas station and dump it out in the trash.
Man, come on, bro.
shit,
Come on,
that
bro.
boy,
We
he
need
got-
Zion.
Y'all
We need
crazy.
Zion in
This is
Canada.
Not cool. This is
But,
not
all
a
right.
cool. This is not a cool.
All right,
statement.
so we gonna get into these play-in tournament games tonight. These are the groups as currently stand. So I'm gonna show you guys the group, and then we're gonna look at the wild card standings as well. But as of right now, in East Group A, there are two teams that are still alive. It's the Orlando Magic and the New York Knicks. They're both 3-0, and lo and behold, they both play tonight. Winner gets in automatically. Loser potentially can get in. So now I got to ask you guys, before we get on to the other games and look more through the standings, who wins tonight? The New York Knicks or the Orlando Magic?
The Knicks.
I'm gonna take Orlando.
I got
And this is in New York too.
I got the Knicks, Ron. OG Anunoby's the best player on that floor, and I got the Knicks.
I also have the Knicks.
I'm still a little confused. I mean, maybe our dudes can straighten me out. I think I got it understood. So the winner of this game wins the division. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
The point differential don't matter.
The point differential doesn't matter.
Yes.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure I understood that correctly.
But if Orlando lose, they'll probably go through because I doubt the Knicks are going to blow them out. So that's when their point differential will matter against the other wildcard teams.
For the wild card, right?
They'll probably have the best.
Mars, you saying that the Knicks might beat their ass by 40.
They beat them by 40. The Knicks, the Magic will still have a plus 20 point differential.
Oh, I forgot they plus 65.
Yeah, like they'll be fine.
So here's the
Plus
wild
65
card right
is
here.
crazy work.
You can obviously see, and this doesn't necessarily. Well, the Magic are ahead of the Knicks because they're point differential. Obviously, you can see right here it's plus 60. This is the Knicks right here; they're plus 15. If the Knicks win, they will slide into here. You can see the Hawks have already clinched. The Bucks are 3-0 which we'll get to their game next. But as of right now, we're mainly talking about the Magic and we're talking about the Knicks, who are both 3-0. And then you can see Boston is also still in contention at 3-1, but they have lost, and all these other teams are undefeated. Two of these teams will lose tonight because next, the Pistons and the Bucks will be playing each other tonight.
Give me the Pistons, man.
I don't know. The Bucks might beat them, bro. The Bucks think picking it up, just like they looking like an old-fashioned Doc team. Doc team just picks it up.
They've been doing what?
They've been picking it up.
They've been looking better, right?
Competing on defense more than
for sure.
anything.
They've been looking like an old-fashioned Doc team that's going to make the playoffs.
Competing on
And
defense.
what Charles Barkley be saying about them young boys?
I don't know.
What did he say?
I ain't gonna say it. It's crazy. It's crazy work.
Detroit might win. Detroit might win. This is one of the biggest. I think it's the biggest game in the Pistons' last 5 years.
Damn.
I'm not even trolling. I'm
since Blake and them were in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Now that I'm thinking about it, Jordan.
That's crazy.
And
For the
they're
playing,
and they're
for
hyped
the
for this.
tournament.
They're hyped.
I would be
them
too.
young-
I would be too for sure.
Them young boys is coming.
I think I had Detroit
I
winning
think
in this division, but no.
Yeah, I think you
That's
did.
what
you
Charles
did,
Barkley
for sure.
said, bro.
I think it's crazy. Like we laugh about it and say, "Oh, the Lakers hung up that banner and we play," but like I could see the players are
If
clearly
Detroit
taking it
Pistons,
serious.
Ox,
You know what I'm saying?
if the
Yeah,
Detroit Pistons
it's
win
big
this,
for them.
if the Detroit Pistons win this tournament, Ox, do you think they hang a banner up?
Well, they're not gonna win it. Shit.
Wow, chill. That's crazy, chill.
But they should hang
I'm
it
just
up.
wondering. I'm asking. If they end up winning this
Can
tournament,
they win it?
No,
It's single
The
game
Bucks gonna
elimination.
beat them, bro. Bro, the Bucks
They're
gonna
not
beat them.
winning.
Elimination. I think anyone can win anything.
not the Pistons. They're not winning.
My money on the Pistons.
I ain't mad at you. Let me borrow $5. I'll put my money on them too.
No. Mars, where you putting your money at? Ron, that was a perfect segue, but okay.
PrizePicks.
There we go.
Ron missed it.
He didn't ask Ron. He asked you, Morris. Where you putting your money at?
But then you were meant to be like, yeah. But then you
I mean, we was talking about the Knicks and the Magic. All I know is I'm going less on cat rebounds, and I'm going less on Franz points, rebounds, and assists. That's my only horse in this race. That's all I know.
Yeah, I do think the Knicks win though.
Okay,
Relatively
But you really think the Pistons win too, though? You really think the Pistons gonna win too?
Probably not, but I'm gonna be rooting for them.
Oh, okay. Okay.
All right, this is East Group B right here. As you can see at the top, we have the Bucks and the Pistons. They will be playing tonight. The Bucks narrowly have the Pistons with the +1 point differential, but none of that's going to matter anyways because the winner of this game will advance. Where it will matter is as I scroll down with the Atlanta Hawks winning East Group C. Yes, I said that correctly, y'all. The Atlanta Hawks winning East Group C the next team would have to have, or to get into the wild card, the team that loses tonight between the Bucks and the Pistons and between the Magic and the Knicks have to have better than a plus 23 point differential to beat the Celtics.
So I guess because the
that is
Hawks
the
beat the
wild card.
Celtics, the point differential doesn't matter.
No, yes, that's exactly what it is.
Okay.
I'm gonna stick to my guns. I had Detroit winning that division, and I'm gonna stick to my guns. I think Detroit wins tonight. Even though Milwaukee, I think they won their last 5 games in a row or 6, something like that. They rolling right now.
But they're not gonna beat us. We got Cade.
Top 5 point guard.
Damn, Mars, you got a lot of wheeze.
Wheeze?
He's French.
Jordan, how many times Jordan, how many times do we have to go over this? Mars is for the streets. 100%.
I don't see the
Damn,
problem.
bro.
I got a lot of wheeze. We got Orlando FC, France FC. Then we got
Hold on.
Dyson Daniels FC.
When did that allegiance start? France FC?
France FC.
Well,
I was in
Ron,
France.
where you been at, Ron?
Yeah.
I never heard you
Oh.
say we with the Magic.
No, it's we with
You've been France
So,
FC.
yeah,
I
it's
don't
we
know
with
if you've been
France.
France
But
FC.
it's not-
You've
it's the
been
same way-
pushing
it's
him
the same-
over Paulo, but I don't.
It's the
I
same
didn't
way
know
I'm
it was
Nets FC, but I'm really Ben Simmons FC. So like, I root for Orlando because France is playing.
okay.
I don't. And Jonathan Isaac. You know about Jonathan Isaac.
I
So
do
definitely
know
that's
that.
really what it is. It's my allegiance to
Yes.
those players, so I want their teams to do
Right.
well. So we got Orlando. Then we got Dyson Daniels FC, but it's like, Trey Young, So kind of the Hawks. Sometimes the Hawks, sometimes. Then we got the Bulls, Lonzo Ball FC, for sure. Then we got the Pistons, just Pistons FC. Then we got Ben Simmons FC, so Brooklyn. That's 5 teams. Then we got Philly, but only when Joel Embiid plays. So 6 teams, but really 5.5.
So you never gonna beat Philly then.
Yeah.
Mars beat
So and then we got
every
OKC. So we got OKC. So that makes it 7. Houston, obviously, that's 8. Then we got James Harden FC, 9.
Damn, you got the whole NBA.
Then I'm basically as close to Kevin Durant FC as humanly possible.
You
So-
100% on that. No
That's
doubt
fine.
about
So
that.
that's 10.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
10. That's 10.
Yes, you
What
are.
about your ex?
Then-
You not
then
got no
I'm
love
like-
for your ex no more?
Then I'm kind of Jokic FC, but I'm kind of sick of him too. So it's like 10.5. Same thing with Wemby, kind of Wemby FC, but also fuck Wemby. So I'll add them together. So that's basically 11, but it's 2 teams.
Mhm.
Portland, Shaden Sharp FC. So that's
Mhm.
12. That's
Chet
12.
FC.
So 12 out of 30.
Chet FC.
Yeah, that's OKC. I've already included them. 12
Okay, you
teams.
said-
No Golden
There
State.
you
You
go.
don't got no love for your ex.
No, we're not going to State FC. Nah.
He said Houston. He 100%.
12
said-
teams. 12 teams. 12 out of 30.
Did you
You
say
said you got
Wait,
you got
did you
so
say
many-
Chicago because
Yeah, I said
Lonzo?
Lonzo Ball. I said
Okay,
Lonzo.
I just
I
want to
got
make sure
all my
that.
teams. 12 out of 30.
yeah. I
And then
think
I got
caught-
some
I
teams
think
where
I
I'm
caught that.
indifferent towards them. So Memphis, I'm indifferent. Dallas, I'm indifferent.
You definitely Luka FC. Come on, stop it. You Luka FC.
I've been called a Luka hater literally yesterday. But
But
so,
we know,
okay.
but we know what you really are. He Luka FC. That's 13. Come on now.
And you
Well,
dig,
alright,
and you
cool.
dig, and you
13
dig,
if you want.
and you dig the
Kinds
coach
of
in
Utah,
too.
like Utah, I like, but I'm not
You dig
Utah
the-
FC. But I like
You dig the
Utah.
coach more in Utah. than
Yeah,
you-
So I like Utah, but I'm not Utah FC. But kind of. New
Mhm.
Orleans, no.
Yeah, hell no. Nobody can be
Washington, I like some of their players. but
You Bilal Koulibaly FC. Come on, stop that.
I'm not
Stop that.
Bilal FC. I just like Bilal. There's a difference between FC
No.
and like him. I like Bilal. And then I got teams that I'm actively rooting.
So that's
against
13
them.
teams, Mars. That's almost half the league. 100% you are for the streets. No
I like
doubt
good
about it.
basketball.
He's a hopeless. He's a hopeless romantic. He got a lot of wheeze. I think he's French.
I like
You like good basketball in your Ben Simmons FC? How's that make sense? That's good basketball.
That's good basketball.
Ben
Good
Simmons
question.
is trash,
Me
Mars.
personally,
Mars, Ben
me
Simmons is
saying I
trash.
enjoy watching at least half of the teams in the NBA. I think that's a good thing. I don't know why I'm being demonized for saying I enjoy watching half the teams in the league.
I guess
I
so.
agree,
I'm
Mars.
just saying, man.
I feel you.
Exactly. Ben
Yeah.
Simmons
Ron,
FC,
Ron is just Indiana Tyrese Halliburton FC. So
That's a bad FC.
yeah, facts.
Well, I got a few more FCs. I ain't Mars, but hey, check this out. So I gets around. I'm 97, boy. I gets around. But
Oh, okay.
I mean, you know, I
Ron was
got
a
Hallie.
Rolling
I
Stone.
got Hallie FC.
My boy get around in that
I
vet.
got Giannis FC. So that's obviously the Bucks. That's the Pacers. LaMelo FC, as y'all seen today.
You LaMelo FC.
For sure.
Trey Young FC.
Y'all got jackets?
There we go. Trey FC. And That's kind of where it kind of ends right there.
Yeah, but then you also got your James Harden, Russell Westbrook FC. You Russell Westbrook FC.
Oh, for sure, Russell
For sure.
Westbrook FC.
For sure, Russ FC.
I'm a
So you
fan of
got
these guys. I'm
five,
not no
at
FC.
least
I'm just
five.
Houston Rockets, bro. I'm just Houston Rockets. I just comment on everything else, but I'm just Houston Rockets.
See, that's so boring.
No, it's not boring because I'm look when they win the finals.
Jordan,
it
you don't
means
have to,
something to me.
Jordan, you don't have to defend that. That's what somebody from the
Yeah.
street says. That's
it's not
that's boring.
Chill
You-
acting like he ain't Boston FC, Cleveland FC, LeBron FC, UFC,
Uh-oh.
UFC too.
Uh-oh.
You acting like it's just us.
Uh-oh.
You also got your teams. Mobley,
last time-
Donovan Mitchell, Jason Tatum, LeBron. You now glazing Jokic. You everyone but Luka FC.
Okay, everybody
Yeah,
likes Joe.
Chill
Stop
got
right
another
there.
FC out
Randall
there.
FC.
Yo, chat,
Okay.
talk to
Bear
us. Who
FC.
Chill's other FC? I know Chill got
first-
another FC. It's not
He
just
first
this.
and foremost-
Minnesota FC. He
Chill,
LeBron
are you
FC.
chill? Are you
Flip side
Are you
Lord not
chatting?
wrong either.
You Boston
I'm
FC.
D-Book FC too. For sure, D-Book
Nah,
FC.
but
You
chill,
got a
but
bunch of
chill,
FCs.
but
We
what's
don't
slept
act
on
like
Mars?
Chill just he loyal to one team.
What's
Chill
slept-
I
got-
just
what's
think
slept on-
me-
what's
Well, I've
slept on
never-
is that chill.
Oh, Herb Jones FC. I love me some
Oh, yeah,
Herb
Jones.
Jones.
But not
FC.
chill is chat FC.
Dyson Daniels and Jalen Johnson FC.
Penn, and Ox are the only ones that just one and done. You know,
Okay, first and foremost,
He got
never,
King.
FC for sure.
I've never
Penn
subscribed to
no,
18 specifically.
Penn straight
Never.
Raptors. Stop-
But you've also
stop.
never heard me
Jokic
say
FC.
you've never heard me say that I subscribe to one team. Never. I follow players. That's it.
I say it.
But no, it's not the
Bag
same
man.
thing, Mars. The
Mars,
reason why
you
it's not the
follow
same
too many
thing is because
players.
you actually follow Like, first of all, Mars, you were a Warriors
One of
guy.
the teams that they're on. I'm
You
not
are a
Chicago
Warriors
FC.
guy.
I'm Lonzo Ball FC, which means I
Okay.
want the Bulls to do well because that means Lonzo's doing well.
Mars, were you not
It's the same thing.
were you not married to the Golden State Warriors for a long time? Yes or no?
A long time is cap.
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
ahead.
But you
I'm
were
I'm
married
definitely
to the
KDFC. I'm definitely
Okay, so
KDFC.
you weren't
I'll say
married to
that.
no.
See?
Let's keep
Everyone
let's
in front of
Hey,
players,
never
you have to
mind.
be the
Mars.
only one to do it. I just say
let's keep
FC.
Mars is definitely on a plane to stand right now. Mars, you were married to the Golden State Warriors. Is that correct?
Till death
It
do you
wasn't
part.
monogamous, but sure.
Okay, so it wasn't. Then you and then you got into a relationship with the Houston Rockets. Is that correct?
Absolutely.
Meanwhile, when that was going on, you were also in a relationship with the Oklahoma City Thunder. Is that correct?
We had a nice deal, concubine.
You did have a nice deal, but while those three entanglements were going on, you also involved yourself in a
The
couple
Warriors
of side.
entanglement was over at that point. I mean, it wasn't three.
It still was going on. Stop, Mars.
No,
was
it
still going on.
wasn't.
It's just that the papers weren't signed yet. It was still going on. You still was sleeping over there. Yes, you were.
No, I
You
wasn't.
100% caught you going.
Mars,
in at a
Mars,
different-
You had a
crib.
toothbrush. You had a toothbrush.
He's
And you had
100%
some drawers.
Yes, he
And
did.
you
have
had
some
some
clothes over
stocks
there.
and drawers
Now
over
we
there.
just
too.
lying.
He did.
Now we
No,
just
we're not
lying.
lying, Mars. But okay,
Mars, you had some whitey tidies over there.
with that going
Might
on.
have been
Mars,
brown
'cause I-
tidies, but
Mars,
they
I
was
wanna
over
make-
there.
I want to make sure
Okay,
that I want to make sure that I'm clear here, Mars. So with that going on, you did involve yourself in some other side quest while you were in an entanglement with your previous. I'm sorry, with your current people. Is that correct?
Yes.
I was never married to anybody. Is that correct?
Okay.
So
False. I don't know. No, Your Honor.
who was
false.
I married to?
False.
Bron.
Whatever you are,
To
with
start,
Jason
and
Tatum
to
needs to be
start, you
investigated.
definitely were. As a matter of fact, Chilltown Hoops, I despise you and what you have been up to up here on this panel because you have completely flip-flopped. You went from east to west. You went from north to south. You went from as far over here at this side of town to this side of town.
When did I do that? First and foremost, I'm an
We
Eastern Conference
started
guy.
on
That's
this
number one.
panel when it was
That's number
me,
one.
you,
I've always been an Eastern
Mason
Conference guy. Let's
Williams.
start there. I've always been an Eastern Conference guy. Let's start there. Number one.
See,
It was
he
me.
Eastern Conference FC. That's more teams than me.
I've always been an Eastern Conference
15,
guy.
he had
Always.
15.
I'm an Eastern Conference guy.
Chill. It was
I've
me,
always been an Eastern
you,
Conference.
Low, Ticket, Jason
Yup.
Williams, Shaq could be up here occasionally.
Yup.
And whoever else was in that iteration of the panel.
Right?
You were a diehard LeBron James guy. You couldn't
And I
speak
still
badly
am.
about
I
LeBron.
still
You
am.
couldn't. You couldn't do anything.
And
When
I
you
still
mention-
am. That
When
has
you
nothing
mention
to do with
LeBron,
me.
if anybody even winced they face at a LeBron take, hey, you was coming at him. Time starts to go by. LeBron starts to slow down. He starts to regress. All of a sudden, yes, you're staying true to your Eastern Conference roots. You just moved to a different guy as time started going along. All of a sudden, we start hearing whispers. Jason Tatum, Boston. And then it started getting a little louder. But as that
He
started getting
evolved.
louder,
He evolved. Give him Give him credit.
He just did the same thing he said to Mars.
Talk to him.
That's what I'm saying.
Look,
Chill is doing exactly what he's accusing me of doing.
No, I'm
and he's
not.
saying,
No, I'm
oh,
not.
well, it's different because you was married, but I wasn't.
I wasn't
do
married.
what I want 'cause I'm not
Mars,
married.
let me,
That's what
Mars,
he's saying.
let me get in there real quick, Mars. Let me explain something to you. See, Mars, you a young whippersnapper. You want to put your business on Front Street. You don't care. See, Chill, an old school player. He's sliding in through the kitchen at 11 p.m. Ain't nobody gonna see that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
So
He
he a
move.
sneaky slut. It's the
Look,
same thing.
lasagna, Mars.
wow.
Lasagna.
A sneaky one is
Lasagna.
We're
crazy,
not doing
Mar.
this, man. He just said he
Lasagna.
Eastern Conference FC. He LeBron FC.
Chill not
he
coming through
Julius
to the kids
Randle
asleep.
FC. He really
Chill not
got
coming
there
through to the
FC.
kids asleep.
How many
Mars,
FCs he need to be a part of?
Mars,
before
you
we start
walking,
calling
Mars,
it
you
how it
walking
is?
through, kicking over forks, eating fruit snacks, turning the TV shows
No,
off. Chill ain't coming through to the kids or sleep.
Chill situation is different. I get what you're saying.
No,
Chill situation
Chill
is
got a
different.
second apartment.
No.
Chill
Chill
got a
has
second
two
apartment.
houses. This is back.
Bang,
Remember back
he
in the
got a
80s
second
before cell
apartment.
phones, before the internet, where you literally had a wife
Remember the
on the west
80s?
side of the
How we
city
remember the
and a
80s?
wife on the east side of the city. You
And the
lived in both
girlfriend
houses.
downtown. And the
That's what
girlfriend
Chill do.
downtown. Kill got a second apartment that he take
better-
out
Big
Better
ass
that
houses
way.
too.
Yeah,
No,
so-
Jordan, these aren't apartments. These is big ass houses.
No. He gotta have
It's
apartment.
better
He gotta
that
have
way.
apartments for certain things. You know, you can't do the house.
Yo,
You gotta have
we
apartments.
I'm
need
talking
to
about
go- we
the
need to go
Tatum and
back-
LeBron houses.
Ron, we need to
Oh,
go back
yeah,
to those.
yeah,
we need
yeah,
to go back
yeah.
to those times. It's better to have 2 wives and 2 families than to have 17 side chicks. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to tell y'all, man. I'm
Hey,
tell you, you gotta
Chill-
go back to the
Chill,
old
go
school
to the-
days.
Look, Chill allocate a percentage of his check into his account, and the rest he say mail it to him. That's Chill. No paper trail. So it
Don't
look like he
even
gets the
touch
same thing every month. No paper trail. It look like he
Still
gets the same
everything
thing
he
every
accused
month.
me of being, except he, I guess, more responsible with it. But everything he accused me of being.
I mean, he don't say we for 12 different teams, Mars. That's the
Because
difference.
he's sneaky.
Never.
You can
You
like
just
Kevin
noticed in his
Durant.
tone on
Hold
how
on,
he
I
talks
like
about the teams.
I love Kevin Durant. I've been a fan of KD going back to high school. Okay, you ain't never heard me say we with the Phoenix Suns. I like Dyson
'Cause he's
Daniels. I ain't never
sneaky
said
with it
we
too.
with the Atlanta. I'm not sneaky.
You are. The only difference is I'll say we because I just want to say we. You guys will just change your tone when you talk about these teams. Chill won't say we when talking about the Cavs, but you can see in his tone when he talks about the Cavs versus the
Oh, he'll
Mavericks.
defend the Cavs.
He's
He definitely
clearly
defend the
Cleveland
Cavs.
FC and he's
For
Dallas
sure, for
HC,
sure.
hate club. That's what he is. You can see it just in the tone. He might not say we, but you know for all intents and purposes he's Cleveland FC. That's the only difference. I'll just say we so we can skip the foreplay. Get straight to it. Everyone
Oh,
knows that I'm
damn,
Dallas.
Mars.
Everyone knows what FC I'm part of. Still want to
Damn,
act like it's
Mars.
a secret. That's all it is. We
Mars,
know
you
what's going
sneaky.
on.
Mars, you ain't even sneaking and freaking no more. You just straight on the first.
We know what's going on. That's all it is. That's all it is. We know what's going on. But you
Oh,
wanna act like
that's
it's a
why
secret.
you in Houston.
What kind of
You
what kind of
freaking
Houston,
FC.
what kind of Houston FC are you
Hey,
when
Jordan, you
when there's
freaking
at least
FC.
2 people up here
Makes
were
sense.
higher on the Houston Rockets preseason than you?
You talking about me?
I was higher on them.
Yeah, I agree. I wasn't that high on him because I don't like Jalen Green, but I'm Houston to the death. That's it.
But
It's only two teams I
Houston's
root
gonna
for.
overcome Jalen Green being a bum. That's how good we are.
Yeah, look, I'm 2 teams. Well, 3, 4. I'm the Houston Rockets, Tennessee Titans. That's it. Houston Rockets, Tennessee Titans, Houston Astros, and the North Shore Mustangs. That's it. That's it. They don't rock with. Now, I might advise some other guys. You know, y'all should do this, y'all should do that. But I'm rocking with who I'm rocking with, and that's to death do us part.
2 good teams, 3 good teams,
Oh.
1 terrible team.
What's the terrible team?
Y'all know. You know the cheaters. Yeah, you know them cheaters.
Come on, gang. Come on, gang. Come
But
on, gang.
We're not gonna get into baseball though, and why the Astros are a stain on the game. But let's go ahead and get into West Group A. Speaking of which, the Houston Rockets are at the top of West Group A at 3-0. And who you guys got tonight?
The Kings.
Yeah. So either way it goes, the Rockets are in, whether they lose or not. The Blazers and the Clippers play tonight, and they both still have action at getting in, simply because nobody's really winning like that on the West side. But this is the group right here.
I want to make sure I'm clear, Ron. So this Houston Sac game is meaningless. They're already in.
Yeah.
But we
And
want to keep our winning streak going.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think that this is
And
going to
for
roll
our
over
regular
tonight.
season seeding.
Yeah,
too.
Yeah.
ain't no way you just gonna
100%.
stop. Ain't no way you just gonna
Yeah,
stop.
it matters
playing.
for our regular season seeding, but not for the in-season tournament.
Right. I don't think that they roll over tonight. I think
Hell
that, I
no,
definitely
no.
think
We
that
trying to
they're
get
going
that number
after
one
Sacramento.
seed.
Yes.
Yeah, we on the road, so we
Getting that number one seed. We're getting that number one seeds. Kind of inquires that, you know, we might get a superstar. It might bring some people that want to come to Houston. So that's why we got.
Houston is one of those towns, Jordan. Yes, they are. Houston
saying,
is
bro.
not Oklahoma City. Houston is not one of these small market places. Houston is one of these places where let Houston make some noise in the playoffs this year, and they in the second round and they end up losing in a 6-7 game dogfight. You got one of these free agent superstars. It's like, you know what? Houston ain't a bad place to be. They'll end up down there.
Hey,
Yes,
hold
it
on. No, sure ain't losing to no damn Lake Trappers. We're not even playing now. Relax. We ain't gonna never lose. Come on, we football. We football university. Stop it.
If Jalen Green wasn't a bum, Houston could go far in the playoffs.
Well, here's the thing, Mars. Last season, when we saw Jalen Green have that streak that he had, when was it?
March.
It was late in the season. Well, maybe that might.
That's the optimist view of if Jalen Green gets hot at the right time.
Maybe that may carry over. And I can tell you right now, Mars,
we can win without Jalen Green.
But if Jalen Green is playing at a March level in the postseason, we could go to the conference finals.
That is not ridiculous. No, it is.
He
not.
just won't. Like I'm guaranteed.
All I'm saying is,
But
who's the free agent next year? What's the free agent list looking like next year?
The free agent list.
Who's becoming available? Yeah, who's coming available? Because
look,
hey, man, I'm telling you, dog, the Rockets, we do what we do. Somebody's looking like, damn, they do got the money. Damn, it is
nice place to live. Houston is a
Houston
nice place
lit.
to live.
Everybody
How
say
many
Houston
more people
lit.
who do you just trade out Jalen Green for though? I'm saying that to say I think he's young enough where I like him just to grow with Tari.
No, hell no.
At some point, we gotta accept the growth ain't happening.
Okay, but here's my thing too though.
Yeah, Mars, we in year 4.
And y'all might not like this.
You've seen them.
Y'all might not like this, but I'm like Jalen. I just need 2 good scoring outputs for every 7 games, and that's in the series. So I'm looking at a 7-game series. Jalen, we need you to ball out. We need 2 30-point games. That's all we need. Şengün,
there's not many good free agents, to be fair. Sorry, carry on.
Who's the best one?
We need 3 games from you.
James, Butler, Buckets, Van Fleet, Irv.
Who is James? James Harden's not a free agent.
LeBron.
Oh, ain't no LeBron ain't going nowhere. You can't count him.
Yeah, there's not many. Like I'm going down the list and I'm seeing Santiago Dama. Like, respectfully,
Irv, Ben Simmons, James Harden, Brandon Ingram, Chris Middleton, Julius Randle,
James Harden a free agent.
John Collins, Brooke Lopez, Clint Capella, Malcolm Brogdon, Bruce Brown, Miles Turner, Lonzo, Bojan.
Need to move. You're
James Harden. James Harden. We need to hear that a few more times in Houston. Like James Harden replaces Fred VanVleet.
Kind of be too mad about that.
James Harden with Jimmy
to replace
Butler.
Fred VanVleet. I agree.
With Jimmy Butler.
They were supposed to get him the first time around. Could have gotten him the first time around.
Tell y'all why. I'm gonna tell y'all why we didn't get. I'm telling y'all why we no. The reason why we didn't get James Harden because he started talking about championships, and the Rockets like, bro, we don't have time to wait on you to make a decision because we got to spend our money up before bums get left. So they just move past it. James
How you
Harden
feel about
on the way?
How you feel about the kid in Brooklyn as your lead guard next season? Because he comes off the books.
Dennis Schroeder.
Yes. How you feel about
Love
him?
Dennis Schroeder. I would love him in Houston.
Backup point guard, but I like him.
I like him as a starter. I love if we don't get James Harden, I love Dennis Schroeder. Dennis Schroeder's a good player, bro.
All I know is that Ben Thompson is starting next season. I don't know where he's starting, but he's starting.
James and Jimmy got to be on the way, bro. And we gonna win a championship. We're gonna win a ship.
You should trade Jalen Green for cap space.
I agree.
I'm not ready to give up on Jalen Green like you dudes are. This place was Animal House before Coach Udoka showed up.
We can be good without Jalen Green, though. We could be good without Jalen Green.
Wild as hell for this, man.
We're good in spite of him.
22.
Yo, we good in
spite
spite of him.
He gonna be all right.
Yeah, that's fine. But look, that's fine though.
Year,
but y'all know that window closes like this. That's when that window closes. Like,
that window is open.
No, that window is not open.
I think the Rockets are gonna give it this year. I think the team has earned that number 2 seed right now, playing great. They're gonna give it this year, see what happens. No matter what, I don't think they're gonna make any major trades. I think all the young guys.
The Rockets.
And I think if we make the playoffs and Jalen Green plays well, he's bought himself another season. Now I think that's wrong. Because I mean, we've seen Jalen Green get hot at certain times. I don't think that's indicative of he's improved. But if I see incremental improvements over the course of the season, I'm not getting back on Jalen FC, but I can see him being an important piece.
The Houston Rockets have said that they want to make a splash, and by bringing in a superstar, they have yet to do it yet. It's going to happen. Our general manager will do it.
I think you already got one on your team.
They don't think so. That's why they said what they said.
They're not locked in.
It's going to happen.
I think you already got one on your team, man. Sure. Now don't get me wrong, Jordan. Like we just talked about, Houston is a great place to live. I think it's 5th in the country in cities. It's the 5th biggest city.
I'm tired of people moving here though, but I'm tired of people moving to Houston, but whatever.
I know you're probably over it because of the population.
Yeah, bro. It's too much traffic and shit like that too. It's like, come on.
Cost of living ain't that high. I mean, Houston's got a rich history.
Getting there.
I'm sure it is. I mean, no state tax. The weather's good.
No, that it's hot as hell. Chill.
That's good weather.
I'm talking about
hot weather.
No, and then it's cold as hell too.
But that's what I was about to say because you just said it's hot. I live in South Florida. I'll take 75 over 7 any day.
I ain't gonna get 7, but we did get a freeze not too long ago.
Yeah, and think about that. Now remember, Mars, when it's 80 all the time and it dropped to 50, that's cold. As opposed to like 10. It's not going on in Houston. It ain't 10 degrees down there. No.
Nah. It's probably gonna be like 30, 35, 40.
And I feel like Houston, that program that they got down there with Coach Udoka and how he's managing those kids, it's getting better. So I see a star who I don't know if he'll take less money, but looking at what they're doing down there, I'll move to Houston, sure. I'll definitely move to Houston, as opposed to going to Oklahoma City, because Oklahoma City, they got to build it through the draft. They do, unfortunately.
Don't nobody want to go live in Oklahoma City.
Nobody wants to live in Oklahoma City. Nobody wants to live in Detroit.
Because you can't go to them gentlemen's clubs on whenever you feel like it at any time of the day, like how it is out here in Houston.
My biggest issue with you, Mars, is how you feel about Jalen Green, who's 23 years old and 22 years old, and he's basically coming, like I said, from Animal House to now somebody that's trying to show him how to be a pro. And
he's been this way, Cho. He's been this way since the G League. He's been this way since high school. This is who he is. He don't play defense. He's inefficient.
But here's the thing. He's actually trying, though. I mean, it's
the effort.
Here we go with the participation trophy. Chill. Of all the people up here who did not grow up in participation trophy culture, that's
definitely not chill. It's definitely not.
That's why I'm confused. Why he just keep praising effort on defense?
Like chill from New York, man. Ain't no way, chill.
No, first of all,
ain't no way.
This is what I'm asking.
Like, if you were actually trying, you'd be better. Okay, like that's what I'm at right now. There's no conspiracy here. Jalen Green is talented enough, big enough, and athletic enough to be a decent defender in the NBA. There's nothing wrong with him. The only thing wrong is how much time are you spending in the film room? Now, show me a player who's not going to get better when I find a player that don't want to watch their lowlights. That's how I know a player wants to get better. If you want to ignore every single person who's trying to give you positive, actual criticism on your game and show you how to get better, that's how I know that you're not going to get better. Now, have you seen notable improvements from him defensively throughout the last 3-4 years?
So you saying Jalen Green isn't working on his game?
I'm not saying he's not working on his game. I'm saying that when you want to get better, you need to approach it with an open mind and not just say, well, I want to work on what I want to work on. You need to get with your trainer and say, let me see how I'm working with screen navigation. Let me watch. Let me get more detailed with the scouting report. Let me get more detailed. Let me become more of a student of the game, like a Shane Battier. Now, I don't think he's going to devote the time that Shane Battier devoted to scouting his opponents. I don't think he's going to devote OG and Anobi time. But those guys are not good on defense by accident. They're good on defense deliberately. They're good on defense because they care.
So what kind of defender are we asking Jalen Green to be? Am I looking at
competent? Can we be halfway competent? You're not going to be okay. You're not.
Now remember where we're coming from.
Jalen Green is a capable isolation.
What
defender.
Physical advantage does De'Aaron Fox have over Jalen Green? What physical advantage?
He's faster than him.
De'Aaron Fox is probably way stronger than. De'Aaron Fox probably way stronger than him. De'Aaron Fox
is a defender, IQ and strength.
Who's telling you not to get?
Which, by the way,
who's telling you not to get way stronger? Who's telling you not to come back 15 pounds heavier? If you can't hang at the 2
pounds
guard
heavier
spot
to
because
go
you're a
in the
little bit
game.
undersized
That's number
and you're 10,
one.
15 pounds light. That's on you to get bigger. Jordan got bigger.
Well,
Did
number
he
one,
not?
I'm not undersized. He's
He is
6'5".
getting bigger. He has got bigger.
How much?
He's
I don't know.
6'5".
I haven't weighed him. Like, he's bigger than he was when he
What
came
the
in.
hell? What the hell?
You can
That's
see he's
natural. That's
He's
natural.
bigger. I can agree with a lot of criticisms of Jalen Green. I'm no longer Jalen Green FC. The idea that he's not working on his game or trying to put in the right amount of effort, I disagree with. Anyone
that's
who's
not
worked with
what I
Jalen Green,
said. I said-
anyone who spoke
no.
about Jalen Green,
Penn,
has
you said that. Penn,
they said when this is a quote from people working for Houston. When Jalen Green was going through that horrible slump last year, he was calling up his coaches in the middle of the night, asking them what he needs to do better. It was eating at him that he wasn't playing well.
Why
He
do I
was
suck?
living
What's
in the
going
film
on?
room,
What's
asking what he
happening?
needs to work on,
Why do
how
I
he needs to
suck?
get better, what he's doing wrong. For anyone who's worked with Jalen Green has said the same thing. The work ethic is there. I'm not agreeing with the idea that he's not working on the right things or that he doesn't have the will to want to get better at the things that he doesn't want to get better at. I disagree with that. Now,
And on top of that,
flaws in his game, I agree with. Can he shoot consistently? No. Is he a good defender? No. Does he have the physical tools to be better on defense than he is? Yes. All of that I agree with. Questioning his work ethic, I disagree.
I
And on top of that-
don't think he's working on the right things either,
work
though.
ethic, Mark. It's questioning what are you focused on? Are you
Right.
focused
I
on?
agree with that.
You know what I mean?
This past offseason, he was working on trying to play with better pace.
No,
That's a good thing.
I mean,
that's a good thing.
Jordan trains players, so he would definitely be able to speak on this better than I can. But you will see in practice when dudes are taking game shots, in-game shots at game speed, at game rhythm, or if they're just like putting through the reps. 2 hours is not 2 hours. Is not 2 hours. There's some dudes who get more work done in 35 minutes, more productive work, more form work. There's nothing wrong with his game. There's nothing wrong with his talent. You're not asking an untalented guy. This was the number 1 player in his draft class.
Sure.
Number 1 in his draft class. He's been good since forever. He's been putting buckets on buckets forever. So if you want to argue right now that he hasn't taken the strides, I need to ask why. Because it's not athleticism. It's certainly not size, because Malik Monk is succeeding at the exact same size.
Yeah.
Okay. And is much better than him. Much better than him.
To your point,
So if you're telling me that all the work is being done,
yeah,
and he's got no skill deficiency, and it's not about injuries, he's not like consistently injured like with LaMelo Ball, where it's like, oh, he's got one injury, then got to rehab, another rehab, and it's disrupting his patterns, then what's the problem here, Mars? Because if you're not telling me that he's working
enough. He doesn't see the game the way
you can get smarter though, but you can get smarter though.
You can get smart by
Mars.
studying
Oh my God,
film,
it's not-
Mars.
You can watch film. Oh my God. Seeing the game from the outside perspective can help because you can recognize things from the outside and say, this is what I need to implement.
Sure.
Doing it in the first person perspective is a whole nother kettle of fish. It's difficult to go from putting what you see on film and then translating it to the game. And this is where Jalen Green struggles the most. When he knows what to expect, he knows how to make the right reads. The issue that happens is when teams are just within the game and he's still trying the same things he tried that worked in the first quarter, he struggles because Jalen Green struggles with diagnosing how defenses are guarding him
but I think he struggles because of his perspective.
He works on things that make sense. This past season, everyone that said, what does Jalen Green struggle with? Playing with pace, slowing down. What did he work on in the offseason? Playing with pace, slowing down. But then when you put him in a full game situation and he actually gets blitzed in a pick and roll
because
he
it's
gets
his perspective
on what he's expecting.
Very
similar
because he's not used to how to diagnose the
It is. He doesn't see it the way they
mental
all
issue.
see it.
Jalen Green does not diagnose the game in the way that an elite ball handler should. So that's why you can't put the ball in his hands as much. And the issue is Jalen Green needs the ball in his hands to catch a rhythm. So if you can't trust him with the ball in his hands, therefore he can't catch a rhythm, therefore he struggles. Jalen Green needs to become smarter. Jalen Green needs to be able to understand the game at a higher level. No matter how hard he works, if you just aren't there mentally,
that struggle with this exact same stuff, and that's RJ Barrett. Okay, RJ Barrett in New York struggled with a lot of the same stuff. It was a lot of questionable shot selection.
Struggling with it.
You don't think RJ Barrett
playing really good lately?
He's
been playing really good lately.
In New York,
but he's struggling with it.
Why do you think they gave up on him? Of course he's struggling.
No, he said he still
He didn't say he didn't, Pin, but the best way to work on slowing the game down in what you said he needs to work on is by playing basketball. There's not many drills that you can do to help you slow down and see the game difference. That's an experience.
It's in the film, actually.
That's a film room, but you have to get you have to get on the court. You have to get on the court. You can't like
nobody's.
I think the thing that we're missing
that
here.
you didn't say that. I just wanted to make sure to say that. I just wanted to make sure to say that the things that you guys are saying Jalen Green needs to work on that's not a drill thing. You can't learn that with cones. You got to get on the court. You can't 3-on-3 is cool, but there's 5 players on the court. I need to know how to move when I'm coming around the screen. How do I slow down? How do I play with pace? How do I get bumped? How do I get bumped and play with and still know how to slow my body
perspective
down?
Though,
I understand.
Perspective. That's IQ. That's me learning. That's how I look at it.
There's the same on IQ, the same way there's a ceiling on other skills.
The only way for
fellas,
that to happen,
everybody talking at the same time.
The only way for that to happen is getting on the court and playing basketball.
It's perspective though, but I'm gonna explain why I keep saying it's perspective, because Jalen Green is really good at going downhill. So in his brain, he doesn't value why should I slow down when I think I could just blow by this dude every single time. So it's not as important to him to make that adjustment when y'all say he can't make those adjustments. Sometimes it's in his brain. He don't feel like he needs to.
The reason why that is, Jordan, and the reason why that is because of what we originally talked about in the first place. Who has actually taught him how to play basketball? Penn told 100%, me he did from 100%. Penn started this conversation when he told me that where did he play first? In what is that called? The G League Ignite. He didn't learn anything from them, and he goes from there to playing for Steven Silas. He's not teaching him anything, and now
Dyson Daniels played in the same G League Ignite program. Okay, Alperen Şengün played under the same Steven Silas. At some point, we need to stop blaming everybody else. Did we learn a lesson with Darvingham? It's not always the coaches,
Daniels
man.
is the only good NBA player to come out of G League Ignite. Everyone else has been bad.
The only
and
one.
We'll give Matos Muzela some time. Every last has been bad. Kaminga has been bad.
Who turning around?
Kaminga ain't bad.
And on top of that, when Scoot showed up, what was one of the biggest problems with Scoot? Scoot didn't have a clue what he was doing. Chauncey is actually teaching him how to play basketball at the pro level. Who was teaching Jalen Green when he showed up how to play at the pro level? That place was Animal House. And then he gets with Coach Udoka, who's actually implementing discipline. So when you talk to me about perspective, that means the way I see things. The only way I see that is because that's the way. The only reason why I see it that way is because I was taught a certain way. If I was taught this way to see it, if I was taught a different way, which is exactly what now Coach Udoka is doing, that's why you see him.
And he still ain't making that adjustment. This is why when he plays good, it's because he
just got him a year and a half ago.
The reason I compared him to RJ Barrett is you're talking about two guys who are really high.
This year, you can see he's improved. The issue is, he still can't score consistently, and that's because he's not a very good shooter. But you can see Jalen Green is trying to diagnose the things that we're saying within the game. If someone goes under a ball screen, that's a pull-up 3. The issue is now he got so ingrained in that because Ime is telling you if they go under the screen because they're scared of your drive, pull up. That's how you end up getting Jalen Green shooting 15 threes in a game because he now thinks, they go under, I shoot. Not little did he know, teams are going under because they want you to shoot. So now the second level of that is, how can you make defenses defend you the way you want to be defended instead of playing into their hands? That's the second layer of adjusting to the defense. He only got to the first layer of, they go under, I shoot. So now he has to get to the second layer of they go under. Now can I use the rescreen to still get where I want in terms of getting to the paint? So now can I still get downhill when teams go under? Now it's when we're in the pick and roll. Can I make more than just a pocket pass?
If you can diagnose what an NBA player is doing wrong, there's something wrong with that NBA player.
Right now, we're still at first level reads for Jalen Green. Right. We're still at the basic read out pick and roll. It's either I'm going to put up the 3, I'm either going to drive or I'm going to make a pocket pass to Şengün.
Yeah, but he doesn't want to.
Where I can read the low
man. He's uncoachable, Jordan.
Wait a minute, stay right there,
Ox. Long time.
Stay right there, Ox. I want you to keep going with that, Mars. You just said we're at the first level. We're at the first level because I'm 22 years old. That's why.
No, because he don't want to. No.
We just heard him, Jordan. Say that he's on the telephone.
He doesn't want to.
10:30 at night. At 11 o'clock at night, at 12:30 in the morning, talking to coaches. Why do I suck? What's the problem with my game? Why am I not
because his perspective?
I can tell you why you suck. You're not going to listen to me.
Exactly.
Fellas, unfortunately,
I just disagree with what you're saying. I'm listening.
Fellas, we got to move on. This may be the first time on the panel where we've had 5 people unanimously disagree with each other. You guys all 5 have different perspectives on this, but we'll get around to this next time. We are all
I agree with Jordan. I agree with Jordan.
He don't want to. I keep telling y'all that. Like, they got the most training, research, analytics in the world than we've ever had. he doesn't value the things that y'all are saying the way that y'all value them. He values what his identity is. That's a problem with most players and why they can't turn the level.
And
they cannot value
and
that.
Jordan, that's why Coach Udoka is here to break that. You know why? Because it wasn't working. When he was
Coach Udoka is a great coach. He's not God. He can't
know what I
value.
He cannot make you care about things that you objectively have never cared
about. You guys know what I value?
Benching.
I know you
can hold him accountable.
I value PrizePicks because they are providing this show for us. Over there, you can run your game, play your game, and win your game by just putting up $5, and you can get $50 instantly only when you use the promo code PANEL. So go ahead and do that, y'all. We got some super chats, and then we also haven't yet talked about the rest of the groups. So here we go. We still have West Group A, and we have a couple teams that are still in contention to make the next round, to make it to the knockout round. San Antonio will play the Phoenix Suns tonight. One of these two teams has the chance to win this division, along with OKC, who is playing Utah. And I think I might have my money on OKC simply because they're playing Utah, and I'm pretty sure they're going to go 3-1. And one of these two teams has to lose between the Suns and the Spurs. So we will see. We'll keep our eyes peeled on that. And then we have West Group C, where Golden State has already won. They are 3-0. They have advanced. So now it is between the Mavericks, the Nuggets, and the Grizzlies. And let me see which of these teams play tonight. Memphis and Dallas play tonight, and Denver has the Warriors. And so one more final breakdown. This is what the wild card's looking like on both sides. You have the Hawks have clinched in the Eastern Conference, but once again, we have to see what happens between the Bucks and the Pistons, and then we have to see what happens between the Knicks and the Magic, and the Celtics are still in the mix too with 3-1. They just have to get in based on point differential. So we'll be locked in on the Eastern Conference tonight. As for the West, the Rockets and the Warriors have already punched their ticket into the knockout rounds. They're both 3-0. It doesn't matter if they lose tonight. They will be advancing. But we have the Spurs that are in right now based on, I guess, point differential. But this is a crapshoot because some of these teams will finish 2-2, and one of those teams can still make it into the wild card slot. So we'll just have to see. But as of right now, you see the Spurs still have a chance. And they play the Suns, so the winner of that will get in, and then or potentially OKC. And then we have all these other teams too. So
Ron,
West is going to be crazy.
Ron, did you hear LeBron say that these tournaments don't really matter? It's interesting that they don't matter now. I mean, they mattered last year when he was in the championship, but they don't matter now. Do you remember? He did say that earlier.
First one, everything else don't matter anymore. In history, always be the Lakers won the first ever one. You're gonna remember who won the second ever one.
I think it's interesting that they don't matter now. But all right, that's what's up.
So we will see exactly what happens tonight, but we'll be back bright early in the morning to talk about how everything transpired tonight in the in-season tournament, and it should be fun. But let's get into these super chats, y'all. MP13 sent through one. He said, I used to hate on Tatum just to mess with Chill, but I don't know how he watches his shot selection without breaking the TV because I'm watching a 6'9" Tatum shoot more threes than Curry this season. Losing my mind, man.
I didn't hear anything else you said after him saying I used to hate on Tatum just to mess with Chill. Anything else he said went out the window after that. I'm good. I'm straight. I didn't hear anything else you said.
Twitter's
Shout out to
Ahmed. Ideas to make the three less important. I find that interesting.
Say that again.
Really Twitter's trying to come up with ideas to make the 3-point shot less prevalent because they're really mad at how many threes are being shot. I heard ideas like make the 3 worth 2.5 points.
Well, dude, just leave the game alone.
I heard ideas that if you miss a 3, the other team gets a point. Someone said if you shoot below 40% from 3, you're only allowed to shoot 4 threes a game.
I would be cool with that shit.
I heard remove the 3-point line completely. So yeah, they've got a lot of ideas of how to change the 3-point shot because they say the game is just terrible.
It's just becoming ridiculous. But when I was saying it a long time ago, bro, it's like, no, he's not there. It's like, yes, it is, bro. It's too much analytics. It's too much highlights. There's no strategy. I'm under the impression that if you ask majority of NBA players, like a lot of them, not the OG ones that been in the league for a while, these new gen players, why do you do this? Why do you do that? They probably wouldn't know. And that's the problem. Like, it's just overall, and it's a trickle-down effect. It goes down to AAU. It goes down to middle school basketball. Middle school basketball is the worst basketball you'll ever see in your life. So it's just like this trickle-down effect, and that's because they're looking at the top dogs. College basketball isn't even that good. Like, you're like, man, college is starting to get trash now. So it's like,
It's better,
I'm sick of this shit.
So you-
yeah,
I was-
it's better.
I was told this.
Curry?
I was told this morning, Penn. Just so you know, Penn. I was told this morning that the mid-range shot is the most inefficient shot in basketball.
And that's crazy as hell,
I was
bro.
told that.
Like,
this
Well,
morning.
it is.
crazy
That,
as hell.
that
It is.
depends. That
Yeah,
depends.
but it's like
So,
whatever.
factually, it's the most.
It's factually the most inefficient shot.
Yeah.
Now, some people
I
use that to say
Yeah,
no
but
one
if
should
you
ever
give me
shoot
in a
it, for
Honestly,
rhythm,
example.
but if you give me
Yeah,
in a
that's
rhythm,
because
I'm
people
gonna
are
take
stupid.
it.
Y'all
Yeah,
remember that
see,
maybe
there's
it's my
different levels
fault
to it.
commercial with Michael Jordan. Maybe I ruined the game, or maybe you just
Oh,
making
Jay,
excuses.
100%
I think Steph Curry needs to make that shot. Steph Curry and James Harden need to tag team and make that same commercial for
See,
2025.
James Harden
already.
revolutionary.
Man, James Harden is, but James Harden, I just think people look at ending results. Like for you to look at James Harden and think you finna base your game off of James Harden when you know your ass can't do a left hand layup or a right hand layup if you left handed, you out your damn mind. For you to go shoot threes when you can't make a layup or make a floater, but you're gonna shoot a step back three when you can't even dribble while somebody guarding you, you out of your damn mind. And like
Really
I'm just
That's
so
what
sick.
that's what's going on,
Just
Jordan.
so sick
There,
of
there's
this
no the
boy.
base. They skip the important stuff and get straight to the flashy
Straight to
highlight
the-
stuff. Like who
Like-
nobody's teaching you. You we used to be in the gym for hours. My pops wouldn't let us shoot the ball.
Bro,
Like, boy, you
everybody
not-
on the
You
high
can't,
school
you
team
can't,
couldn't
you
shoot
can't even
threes.
shoot the ball. We got to work on this. Get your ball handling together. Get your ball handling. Learn how
I
to
know this
make a
sounds
good
crazy,
pass.
man.
We cannot
And
shoot
for
the
the-
ball. We can't do none of that. And so, but nowadays it's like, oh, I'm talking about they got second graders in there to step back. So like, bro, he can't even
Like,
get
bro,
the
you
ball up there.
Yeah,
Bro,
and
I
I
know
would
this
take
sounds
that. I
crazy,
would block that shit every time because you're in the second grade. You don't even do no step back. Like I'm gonna
Ron, I
block
know
that
this
shit
sounds
every
crazy.
time.
My high school basketball coach is in the Hall of Fame. We used to have open gym, and we used to run 5-on-5, and you couldn't dribble the ball. If you
Who's
dribbled
your
the
high
ball,
school coach?
Yeah, we do
Originally,
that.
that's how you
We do
learn
that.
how to
We
play.
do
That's
that
how you
shit.
learn how to play.
if you
hoop.
dribbled the ball, it was a turnover.
Facts. That's how you
We
learn
do
how to
that.
play.
No,
hoop.
we
I
do
do
that.
that.
But
Who's your high
I
school
do that
we
with
do
my
that. We
team.
do that with the kids now, chill. Where we,
Yeah, I do
I'm
that
talking.
with my
We'll do
team.
not
Yeah.
even 5-on-5. We'll do 2-on-2. No
Mhm.
dribbles.
Well,
This
I
was
do-
in the
I do
80s.
5-on-5,
This was in the late
one
80s,
dribble.
early 90s.
5-on-5,
I know this
one
sounds
dribble.
crazy, Maul. Yes. Mhm.
So that's how you learn how to hoop, though. That's how you learn how to
you
move
learn
without
how
the
to
ball.
hoop.
That's how you learn how to pass the ball. That's how you learn
Yep.
how to run an efficient offense.
Mhm.
Bro, and another thing, this is my last rant, but because I can go all day on this, boy. Y'all don't understand the crap that I see. I be wanting to throw up sometimes. This is my last thing, and it's for a lot of parents too. When you start in the second grade, bro, stop talking about I want exposure for my kid. I want my kid to get a
At 7.
scholarship.
At
I
7.
want my kid to get a scholarship. Slow your ass down. This ain't about that. Just learn how to become a competent basketball player. That's all I want you to do. Just be competent. All this, what we got to do so we can start getting scholarships. And I'm 9 years old. You ain't getting no scholarship. 9 times out of 10, what the statistics say, you most likely not gonna get a scholarship. Let's start with, I just want to be a decent high school basketball player first. Now, when I'm a decent high school basketball player,
First of
Maybe
all,
a decent middle school player.
First of all,
Decent middle
Jordan.
school.
First of all, Jordan, in the second grade, do you even like playing basketball? Like, why
Exactly.
we already jump into? Why we jump into? You want to get a scholarship? Do you even like
Bro.
doing this? Most
Bro,
of the people
your
that's playing in the second and third grade. You know why I'm playing in the second and third grade? Because this right here, this is my man right here, and I get to hang around my man. That's why I'm
Bro.
playing in the second grade.
Bro,
I
my
ain't thinking about
first-
playing
bro,
in college.
I
I
get
ain't thinking about
tired
playing
of-
in high school. I get
I
to
get
hang out
tired
with
of
Op,
people.
because that's my friend.
I get tired of parents bringing their kids to me at 5 years old talking about you need a trainer. I tell them, bro, you know the best training for him? Let him go outside and hoop. That's the best. Your first introduction to basketball should not be training. It should not be. It
Jordan,
should be going to play with your homeboy.
Greenbacks. Okay.
I mean, you know,
25 years ago, ain't no
$1 billion
5-year-old, ain't no 6-year-old, 7-year-old have a trainer. Now all these 7-year-olds, 8-year-olds have a trainer, and it has
Bruh,
created
it's disgusting,
a
bro.
tremendous amount of money for trainers. So I'm for it as long as parents be realistic and not be.
Now, they
crazy
ain't
about it.
realistic. I tell them the truth.
I know
though.
they're
I tell
not.
them,
I know.
all this exposure, I'm looking for exposure. Why? So your kid can get exposed? He ain't like that. Like, that's
You're
my
looking
thing,
for
bro.
exposure. You're gonna find exposure. You're gonna find an exposure you're looking for.
Start off with just being a decent middle school basketball player. And then when you get out of middle school, stop thinking about scholarships. Think about being a decent high school player. Once you accomplish check. Now let's start.
Well, in
maybe
high school,
talking about
Jordan, high school, it's time to start thinking scholarship. It's
no,
time,
not if you ain't getting no minutes. Not if you ain't getting no minutes. You gotta start thinking minutes.
Still, you got. I'm just talking about. You got to know where you're going when you get to 9th, 10th grade, because that sophomore summer that's the most important summer. Sophomore summer, that's when you need to be out
I've
there.
seen it turn around for kids.
I'm not saying that.
I don't think so.
I'm not saying it doesn't happen. It happens a lot. A lot of people don't sign scholarships until after their senior season. I'm not saying that, Jordan. I'm saying that sophomore summer, that's the summer when you like, okay, now we getting out here. If you good though, Ox, if you good. If you're not good, then that's different, Jordan. That's what I'm talking about. See, Jordan, what I'm talking about with trainers, when we was with the trainers, these was all the kids that was good enough. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm talking about when you have reached all the prerequisites. Once you can use both hands, when you can actually play basketball, when your coaches taught you something, that sophomore summer, and that should all happen 8th grade. By the 8th grade, you know what I'm saying? If you're real into hooping, if you've been hooping this whole time, by the time you get to 8th grade, you should be good enough to play competent level of basketball. Now, when you get to that sophomore year, that's when it's like, all right, now we need to start getting to these big tournaments. That's when you get all the coaches in the crowd. That's when it's like, okay, if you we have arrived. You know, of course. If you ain't getting no minutes, if you're not getting no minutes, you shouldn't be. Your goal shouldn't be, oh, I got to play for this AAU team because I need the exposure. No, your goal should be, I need to work on my game so I can get some minutes first. Now, when I get those minutes, that's in the books for you. Now, if you've been doing it that long, Jordan, sometimes it's like, well, go do
yeah,
some homework.
that's different. That's different. If you averaging 10, 12 on a high school team, now I get it. That's decent. Now let's start talking about scholarships. But for you to just be a freshman, you was on a freshman B team, and then in the summertime, you looking for a shoe team to play on. You lying. You lying to yourself. You was on a freshman B team, bro. Come on,
all right,
stop
y'all.
it, bro.
King J sent through a super chat. He said, shout out to the panel for helping me through a medical situation I'm going through. Dub Ron, Giannis the GOAT, and the Rockets are really surprising me.
Shout out to King J.
Because it was on
Definitely shout out to
it shouldn't
King
be surprising you. We like that for.
Hey, King J, we got you. We're going to keep kicking out content for you. Just keep showing up and we got you.
Move over a little bit so you don't get struck by lightning, because this dude over here talking about we like that.
We all like that.
Mars. I'm sick of you, Mars. I have had it with you, Mars. I am sick of you. Keep going, Ron.
As a matter of fact, Ox gonna get struck. I know ain't no lightning gonna touch me. But yeah, King J, keep tapping in and stay strong, my man. We with you. And Giannis is the GOAT. Football Breakdown said, my guy is washed. Heartbreak emoji. The problem is that there's no margin. See Tatum perform. Funny how pen pace adjusts for Bron and not Jokic and Luka. Laughing my ass off.
I definitely pace adjust for those guys.
MP13 said, I don't want to subjugate Levine to the Lakers' dysfunction or dysfunction, whichever one he meant to say. I want him to go to an actual contender. He's too talented to waste away in LA.
I got a Jalen Green
and dysfunction in the same sentence is nasty.
I got a Jalen Green if Chicago interested. I know they're trying to tank.
You got a Fred VanVleet too and a Jabari Smith, but keep going, Ron. I'm sorry.
Dirty.
I definitely have a Jalen Green.
30 said, nah, Ox. LaMelo Ball is all about basketball and takes it serious per ex-teammate.
Well, case solved. Great.
Shout out, Ahmed.
You got to be kidding me, bro. You got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me, bro.
Shout out Ahmed. He became a YouTube member. Salute to him. War V Room said Lakers offense hasn't changed. They are running the same actions, but teams are guarding them better. Because of it, because of that, it devolves into iso ball.
JJ Redick need to go copy Joe Mazzulla's cheat sheet again, because that's all he be doing, I swear. But
that's nothing original. You biting my style. That's all you doing.
I be watching the Lakers. I'm like, yep, he copied that from Joe Mazzulla, copied that from Dan Hurley, copied that from this guy, copied that from that guy. I'm like,
Well, I mean, most
wait
things in
to see
basketball
JJ
have been
after
done
this
already. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like
it's
pretty much all been done by now. Like basketball is you know, like what's next? You know what I mean? Like it's really.
That's why we need Mike D'Antoni back in the league. He'll create some.
Mike D'Antoni is part of the reason why basketball is what it is, but I respect Mike D. Mike D is a hell of a coach.
No, he's not.
I respect him. I respect Mike D.
That boy
like,
wrecked the game more than anybody.
We ain't never had this
D.
conversation, Jordan, because you wasn't around at this time. But I want you to know how I feel about Mike D'Antoni, Jordan. If I was taking my son to his 8th grade basketball practice and I didn't know who the coach was, and I walked in and it was Mike D'Antoni, we're leaving.
Yeah.
Damn.
Because you don't want your son to get better at basketball for real.
Yeah, I like Mike D. I like Mike D, man. Mike D's a good coach to me, but
Mike
D'Antoni has forgotten more about basketball than most of us will ever know.
That's what I be trying to tell you, Penn. That's what I be trying to tell you, like, bro. I forgot way more hoop than you ever going to know, Penn. That's what I be trying to tell you, bro. I feel you. I feel the same way.
So you're to me what Mike D'Antoni is to you, for real?
That's crazy.
No. Penn, I'm closer to Mike D'Antoni than you are to me.
Oh,
no,
Nick Claxton AD thing. Nick Claxton
AD. Pin the ox for the debate.
You know, they say don't argue with fools because those from a distance can't tell who's who.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you know.
No doubt.
Jacko VX said, y'all need to peep the details of Zion's deal. Ironic that Ben can miss a whole season and get his 40. Good for him. But Zion misses half and is going to get like 15.
Very team friendly, that deal is 100%.
Ben ain't fat, though. Ben ain't fat, though.
It's about your agents. What can your agents negotiate for you?
Very team
It's about what you're eating, too.
And Ben Simmons got that deal before he did that whole 2021 situation. So, like, it was before anyone forced all the nonsense.
He was an all-pro at that point. He was making an all-league defensive team, stuff like that, before he ended up signing.
He signed that in, like, I want to say 2019 or something. So.
Yeah, but man, you know what though? I think the NBA need to start acting like EuroLeague teams, bro. But when you don't play well, boy, they be sending that mob at you, boy. Like Pantanaco's coach. You don't play well, your ass ain't going out tonight. We got the security guards by your house. You ain't going out, gang. This is what it's gonna be until you play.
It's not that serious.
No, it's that serious. When somebody done gave you $50 million, why it ain't $50 million? Ain't that serious?
Ron, I did not
know.
Ain't
paying me, ain't your business.
What's the name of that team in Greece?
Panathinaikos. Yeah.
Yeah. First of all, I didn't know that they had a game outside.
Yeah, that's crazy work.
Not only did they have a game outside, it was 42,000 people there.
Yeah, that was in Serbia.
Because you know why though? Because you know
why?
It
was?
Yeah.
Yeah, but they take that serious though. Like you just not finna play. We paid you the money that we paid you, and you gonna just decide you ain't gonna show up because I don't feel like it. And y'all gotta respect that. No, they don't do that shit in EuroLeague, bro. Your ass is grass. You don't do that, especially with that coach in Greece. He don't play that. I'm dead serious. Boy, I done heard the rumors. They send that mob out there. But they send that mafia outside, boy. You're not going out today.
Yeah, I know about Coach Ergin. Shout out Coach Ergin too. He be getting to it. He be getting to it. He on his 3rd EuroLeague title in like the last 5 years.
Boy, he be cooking the NBA too. Boy, he think he can change everything. Boy, he think he the best NBA coach in the world. They need to come get him. That's what he said.
Avery B sent through a super chat. He said, "Try to tell y'all last week, my guy Bron just wasn't looking the same." Shaking my head. He can get to the rim and finish like before, and looks gassed at times. I know.
That's what happens when you get old. That's what happens.
I mean, he been washed for a while, but people just went in denial. It's cool.
DSG Piccolo. DSG said, they saying Jokic releasing a signature shoe. The Joker's ones. Y'all copping? And Shaded FC, hoping we eat tonight. Need Scoot to play too.
Hell no. But yeah, Shaded FC, we up. For sure.
You're not getting the Jokers, Mars?
No.
Penn, I know you getting the Jokers.
No, I'm not.
Me neither.
Last basketball shoes I bought was Stephon Marbury's.
Damn, Penn, what the hell your closet look like? What you be hooping in?
Bro, I'm a minimalist. That's why people be like on me about having like 3-4 hoodies in rotation. That's life.
Now I feel you, but I'm just saying Stephon Marbury was a while back. Stephon Marbury was a while back though.
I wasn't like what?
Last basketball shoes I bought. I still fit into the basketball shoes I had 10 years ago. I don't wear them out.
Starbears wasn't put together like that though, man. I had a couple Starbears because we had a team that was sponsored by Starbear, and them joints, boy, you hooping them for real, and they mess up after about a good month.
Damn.
Fellas,
Right quick, chill. I got one more super chat for you. The Trib One said, "Could you imagine a lack of skill in high school in the 80s? The high school game is trash, yes, but the skill development is still A1. Lakers
Skill
in
doesn't
6
mean
still."
better. Skill does not mean you're a better
what was the
player,
skill
bro.
level
Skill
like
does
in
not
the
mean you
80s
better,
and
bro.
Did you guys have
I'm
a
sick of that.
3-point line in high school?
yes,
He ain't that old.
No, because I know college ain't implemented until like 85.
yes.
So I thought I was the
I graduated high school. I graduated high school in the 90s, Mars. Just so you know.
Damn, Mars, what the hell?
No, but you was in high school in like
Yeah.
the 80s.
Yeah, I was in
So-
high school. In the mid to late 80s, I was in high
So
school.
when did
I
they add
graduated
a
high school.
3-point line in high school? When they added?
And
Bro.
when they did in college in 85, that's when it came in.
I was close. You was
No.
Mhm.
you missed it
But
by
listen-
like a year or two. Like
But
No.
listen though,
Man.
skill does not mean you are better, bro. I said this when I first got on the panel. I said this. There was guys that was really skilled with the basketball, know how to do boom, 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 know how to hoop, know how to do everything, but they did not make the team because they don't know how to play basketball.
Jordan, how many of them trick dudes you see who can throw the ball behind their back and
trash at basketball.
can't play a lick? Can't play a lick. How many
Skill
times have
does
you seen
not
them do it?
mean
I
you
seen
are a
plenty of
lot,
them dudes.
bro.
Just an
Right.
open gym guy.
Yes, bro. Like he's a
Street
really
ball
good,
guy.
he's a really good street ball guy, but you know he's not gonna make the team. He
Can't
talk
play a
all the
lick.
trash
Get
to
the hell
you.
outta here.
I can
I'm
beat
good.
you in one-on-one. I can do all of this too. You can't guard me, and then you be like, yeah, but you ain't gonna make the team though. So I ain't
Can't
worried
play
about you.
I'm good.
The
Ron,
skill
I'm
does
out.
not mean you
All
better.
right,
I got
chill.
dudes tomorrow.
Catch you tomorrow.
Yeah.
1K Davis sent through a members chat. He said, "Bron never said the in-season tournament doesn't matter."
Oh, but if he did, he was right. It doesn't matter. But
Rock Out Deuce said, "Memphis finna bust Dallas ass tonight." And
that's
I
an
agree.
interesting game. That's interesting.
Probably.
Mo with the super chat. He said, "I'm a Kobe Harden and Pistons FC."
That's good FCs to be a part of.
2 good FCs. 1.5 good FCs. Kwame sent through a super chat.
Yeah, go on.
Go, Ron, say that.
All right,
Ron, go through it.
look. We
Come
all
on.
get a name. All right, we all get a name. I got the first one. Kwame.
I got the second one, Matt.
Raw.
Oh, Nyame Mentu Hotep.
Oh man, that's
There we
a
go.
crazy
There
one.
we go. We did it. Teamwork. There we go. Teamwork.
All right.
Good work, guys.
Kwame said, "LeBron got to move to the small forward. All that PG shit over."
Facts, Kwame. AKA No Brown.
Nicola Gotchabic said,
that ain't what they say. That ain't what
Nicola Gotchabitch said,
they say.
"Hey, chill. Get James off the floor." Laughing my ass off.
Fags. Get him off the floor, please. He stinks.
Appreciate
What's
the
better,
input.
Nikola Gotchabitch or Josh Diddy, which is what you said earlier?
That's definitely what
I did
I
not
know I
say
wasn't
that.
tripping.
I
He
listened to
indicated
it
that too.
four. I listened to it
I
four
did not
times.
say that.
I listened to it 4 times.
I knew I wasn't tripping, bro. They tried to make it seem like I was crazy. I'm like, bro, Ron
They
said
do
what?
gaslighting like that sometimes. They're gonna gaslight you like that, but I
Ron, come on now. The film don't lie. Clip that up so we know what did he really say.
Damn.
Breezy.
He didn't say he listened to it 4 times. It's crazy.
Breezy with the super chat. He said, "Melo is not 6'8". He's top 5 though. 100. SGA is not a point guard."
So who's OKC's point guard?
I know we're in overtime right now, so I'm just gonna throw this out there for anyone who's still listening. Over the last 4 games, Scotty Barnes is averaging 24 points,
Yeah, he's been
11
playing a good
rebounds,
point guard
and
role.
8 assists.
As a point guard, right? Yeah,
Point
that's
guard.
tough.
As a 6'8" point guard with a 7'4"
I like him
wingspan.
at that PG position too.
Tough, but I don't know. I don't know if they can be a really good team long run with Scotty at the point.
But
They
here's
got
the
IQ
thing.
though.
This
IQ
year,
hasn't been playing, right?
Hang on. This
Mhm.
year they are 5-6 with Scotty in the lineup. They're a terrible team without him in the lineup, but they were 5-6 with him in the lineup. They were up 6 against the Denver Nuggets with him in the lineup until Jokic knocked his lights out. Okay, they lost in overtime, and they lost by 2 points on a buzzer beater for Jaden Ivey. They've been damn near 500 team. If they win tonight against Indiana, they're a 500 team with Scotty Barnes.
I'm
just
They're gonna
saying-
win. Well, they're gonna win. They're gonna win tonight. They're gonna win tonight against
I
Indiana.
feel like
Sorry.
they're gonna win too.
What you want to put on it?
We
Me?
go
We've already
friendly
got
wager.
less on Tyrese.
We go
Haliburton.
friendly
We
wager.
already
We
know
go
what's going
friendly
on.
wager.
We'll talk about it. We'll see about it.
I'll read your super chats on Thursday for you, so you don't have to stress yourself out if you win.
I enjoy the stress. I live for the
Okay.
pressure. Ray Star with the super chat. He said Rudy defense is like that.
But we knew that already. I don't know why people
He's
be
a solid
talking
little
crazy.
defender. He all right.
No, he like that.
He decent.
Just Rome said the switch everything defense they playing is nasty.
Yep, because it's lazy.
Missoula.
No, it's lazy.
He
It's
copied
lazy.
Missoula.
It's lazy. That's what it is.
G said, Ron, I told your prize picks. Now I'm homeless. Ron, 0 for 1. Well, G,
For what it's worth, I told everyone don't go with what Ron did. I did try to tell everyone.
Oh man.
G, here's the thing.
Please bet.
Tell the picks
responsibly.
tonight. I don't know where you're gonna get the bread from, but figure something out. Tell the picks tonight, and you gonna be up about 200.
How are you homeless and still sending super chats? That's what I want to know.
Priorities are different, man.
Priorities.
He spent his $40 on he spent his $40. Hey, what's that street in Seattle, Ron? You know what street I'm talking about?
Exactly.
That's where he spent his $40 at. That's what it is.
Oh,
Shout out
boy.
Pack Highway. Football CF Candy said Matas Bruzelis. Remember the name, people. Franz 1.0.
Hey,
2.0.
hey, him going down to the G
He's
League
welcome.
might have helped him a little bit though. Him going down to the G League might have helped him.
That's all right. He had
potentially
20 points last night. Even Missy had 23 points last night. A lot of rookies went off last night. It's good.
Shout out to young boys balling for real. And
Shout out
last
to
but
Lonzo.
certainly not least, what'd you say? Who?
Shout out to Lonzo Ball. Yeah.
Mo with the last super chat. He said, "Salute everyone. Ron, hope you're doing well. Dub show, definitely Dub show. Appreciate you, Mo.
Good luck to your Pistons tonight,
back-to-back
Mo.
days.
Yeah, facts.
And the Lions.
All right, y'all. We gonna be back tomorrow. Y'all already know the drill. We got a lot of good things to talk about. In-season tournament tonight. Tap in. Also, once again, we will be on Playback Friday on the main stage. Make sure you pull up at 7:30 to watch the Lakers and the Hawks. Until then, we'll catch you guys tomorrow. On the way out, you already know what to do.
Merry Christmas.
Promo code the panel.